Hey, y'all hear me? I don't know. Yes, let's check in. If you can hear me, drop your city and state in the chat. Drop your city and state in the chat if you can hear us. Okay, I see you guys. Yes. You can hear us. I see you guys starting to comment your city and state. Okay, hello. We are right here. So we've got Dallas, we've got Atlanta. Yes, if you are just coming in, it's getting fresh right now. Hey, Kobe,
Hey, Ellie. Hey,
how you
what's going on?
doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm ready to get it. How everybody else in this
I'm ready to
chat
get
doing?
into it too. I'm doing great. Today's been a super busy day. I had to speak and this event, and now I am here. So I am really excited. I'm in a different office today because it was closer to my speaking location. But no matter what, we make it work. That's what running your business is. You always make it work.
I was in traffic less than 5 minutes ago, and now look at me.
Right? Okay, so I see Jersey.
All over the world. Chat.
Yes, we got a lot of people in here, a lot of different cities, the DMV, Pennsylvania. Yes, you guys can definitely, if you feel like there's a lag, you can always refresh your screen. That helps a lot. So that way you get all these gems. I am super excited. We are going to give you guys a few minutes to get up in here. So I want to know, right? You guys are telling us your city and state, your location. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've already started your business. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've already started your business. Let's get a little sense of who is in the room tonight, because we are talking all things ecom, online business, just all the strategies. So drop a 1 in the chat if you have already started your business. Okay, I see. All right, boom. Okay, we got some ones coming in. Okay. So we got some business owners. I see a couple not yet. Okay, you're still in the right place. You are still in the right place. Now, what I also want you guys to comment, right? I want to understand, what do you think is the biggest challenge you have right now with growing your online business? What do you feel like is stopping you? What's the biggest challenge you have right now with growing your online business? What has been stopping you? What do you feel like you need help with? Because we are going to be going into a lot of strategies, systems, just like all the good things tonight. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think you need help with? Oh, somebody already said funding, getting there, improvements, sales, ideas, knowing what to do. It's so interesting, Kobe, because I'm like, so many business owners are struggling with the same things.
Everybody having the same
That's
problem.
real, girl. Malaja, I definitely appreciate you saying that, because not a lot of us will admit that we need better focus and discipline. So that is so true. Now, here's something that's, important for us to mention. I see some of you guys saying you have a business, but it's not ecom. But here's what I have realized. Every business needs to know how to work online. Every business needs to know how to leverage certain apps and systems because we are in an internet world. So even if you're not selling products online or e-commerce products, you are still an online business because people are finding you on social media. They're buying from your website. They're connecting with you through the internet. So that means even some of the same tools and strategies you would use to build an e-com brand are the same things you need for an online business. So you are an online business, even if you are not selling products. So I see content, funding. Got it, got it, got it. That is so good. So let me go ahead and pull up these slides, y'all, so we can get into it. Kobe, introduce yourself so that people know who you are.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you for having me, Ellie. I know you could have chose anyone else in the world in this e-commerce industry, and you chose me. So first off, I want to tell you I appreciate you trusting me with your students today.
Yes, we are family.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So first off, guys, my name is Jacoby. I am the co-owner of Digital Brands, top 2 urban marketing company in the world, and we are not two. We specialize we specialize in phenomenal branding and creative marketing, and we're the ghost behind the brands. We've been behind a lot of successful beauty brands, fitness brands, digital product brands, helping people look aesthetically pleasing online, right?
Yes.
So if you guys are familiar with Ellie, we know she likes things pretty and pink and just all just, lovely. So she chose me and my company to do the rebranding for multiple brands for her and wanted me to come in to give you guys some game, some sauce, some knowledge, some gems, some coins, whatever it may be that you take away from this meeting. And I'm super excited that you guys are here because I truly believe that time is the most valuable asset that we have. You guys are deciding to spend time with us on what is this Thursday night? You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. And we're talking about how to start an online business. And here's the key word. We're going to talk about how to start a successful online business, right? There's a lot of people that are starting businesses and think just because you have a website, you have a business. You do not. Just because you have a domain name, you do not have a business. So we're going to be talking about the most effective and efficient ways tonight to get to this bag, right? Ooh. Because what I realized in my entrepreneurship journey is not about getting to the bag, it's about you becoming the bag. So we're going to be talking to you ladies and guys tonight, everybody's in the room on how to become the bag, right? If y'all ready to become the bag, drop some fire symbols in the chat. If y'all getting fired up and ready to become the bag, because I'm about to go in. I need to make sure that y'all excited, make sure that y'all energy, because if y'all energy not on point, I can't give y'all energy, right? So in order for me
drop
to have
some fires in the chat, y'all.
Drop some fires in the chat. Drop some fires in the chat, y'all. In order for me to give y'all this high impact, high income game, man, I need y'all to be with me. So let's get it. Drop some fire symbols in the chat.
I am so excited. This is so good, Kobe, because a lot, like you said, having a domain does not mean you have a successful online business. Having just the website does not mean you have a successful online business. And even when we think about funding, right, being able to get your business funded, a lot of the times it does come down to, does that lender, can they find you on the internet? And is your site, is your website representative of a company that makes them trust that you can pay this money back? You know, when it comes to a lender funding you, they also want to see, okay, does this company have the setup, the structure, the apps, the systems to continue making sales or start making sales so that we can get our loan payment every month? So it really does play such a big role in putting the whole thing together. Yes, I see you guys dropping these fire emojis in the chat. So we are going to get right into how you will start your online business. And what I do want you guys to do is whenever you do have questions, just because the chat is moving fast, make sure you drop your questions in the Q&A tab, right? You can see that right there. We are going to do some Q&A at the end of class. So I know a lot of us in here are moms, we are dads. A lot of you guys in here have, a why. I want you guys to drop in the chat if you have kids or nieces or nephews, how many do you have? Who are you building this for? So much of the time when we start our businesses, we're doing it for us, but we're really doing it to be able to provide a better life for our family. We're doing it to be able to provide more for the people that we love. So I see you guys commenting 2, 4, just like me. I have 4 as well. 7, 10. 10. Wait a minute now. Hold on. We need to send you some love, girl. We need to send you some gifts and all the things. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. A 16-year-old, 2 kids, 4 nephews. We got grandchildren in here. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's kind of what I want you to keep at the top of your mind, right? When you are building a successful business, you're building it for you, but you're also building it for the people who it is going to be passed down to. Having a business allows you to build wealth faster. It allows you to make money faster. There is a reason why e-commerce, online businesses have become the #1 creator of new millionaires. The #1 creator of new millionaires in the last 3 years, okay? That is because it used to be financial services people. Now it is e-commerce and online businesses. So that lets you know that there's a possibility here, that there's a lot of options here, that you have the ability to make this happen. And so I want you to keep, oh my gosh, she said 11. She said that counts the dogs and cats. That's funny. 11, girl, we are here for it, okay? This is how I want you to be thinking when you are taking notes tonight in class. Remember, you are doing this to improve your business so that you can ultimately create a better life for those that you love, for the people's names, for the people that you wrote down, all right? So you guys are in the right place, right? And Kobe, I want you to jump in here with me. Let's let them know where they are now, where they're stuck, and where they're going to go from here.
Yeah, for sure. I love that on this slide, you talk about strategy, right?
Yes.
So it's a saying, and I'm going to try to quote it correctly. Whenever you fail to plan, then you plan to fail, right? So it's so important that you go into anything with a strategy, with a plan, because if we're just out here, like imagine not having a GPS system trying to get to your destination, right? How lost you would be, right? And then for us being online, I know some of us get this negative connotation when we see coaches online and we see gurus online trying to teach us how to get to money. But I would want to learn from someone who's been where I'm at and they're at where I want to go. Right. And if they were able to document that process and then be able to give me a streamlined strategy to get there, right? I understand that it's either going to cost me time or money to be involved with that person, right? Right. So I'm a firm believer in strategy, right? I'm a tactician when it comes to building brands. Everything I've done, from when you think about sports, everything, life is about strategy. So yes. What we're going to be talking about is giving you a strategy, and a comprehensive strategy that's easy for you guys to follow.
I absolutely love that, Kobe. And what's so key, I want everyone to comment the word strategy in the chat. Comment strategy in the chat, because here's one thing I want you to understand. I started my business in the corner of my mother's living room with a $1,200 stimulus check. I had never been in business before. I was a 9-to-5er, right? So many of you guys are also working a job, right? This business world feels new. But one thing I want you to understand, the only difference between where you are and where you want to be is the right strategies. You just have not applied the necessary strategies to make that change. You haven't gotten in the right rooms, and you haven't officially decided that today is the day I'm going to believe in myself 100% and I'm going to make this happen. This is why it's so important for you guys to be in this room so that you can collaborate. So much of your journey building a business, you're probably the first one in your family who believes that this is possible and is going down this road. You need to be in rooms like this. This is hundreds of other people who also want to change their life, who also want to build this business, who also want to get the strategy. So this is your opportunity to be in the room of people who want to go where you ultimately are going to go. And this should be proof to you that regardless of the amount of experience that you have in business, I need you to understand that it's possible. I should be proof to you that it's possible. Kobe should be proof to you that is possible. I did not have these rooms when I was starting my business in the corner of my mother's living room. I don't know about you, Kobe, but I didn't have anyone giving me game on a free masterclass on a Thursday night. If that was the case, I might already be, Elon Musk by now with my business. So you are definitely in the right place at the right time. Oh my gosh, Kobe, talk to them about wasting their time trying to figure it out on their own.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And a lot of us have this mentality of, I can take the time to, let's say, go to YouTube, right? Because we live in an informational era. And Ellie, you were just talking about that. We're at a very unique time, right? Our parents lived in the industrial age. Everything was about hard work. We live in a time of the internet. Well, this little phone right here has made me I almost said a bad word. This phone has made me a lot of money, right? And I can within milliseconds find the answer to almost anything that I can think of. Now with AI, ChatGPT, Google, you can almost find anything. But here's the thing. You don't have someone that can directly guide you, somebody that you can directly ask like pointed questions to, that can empathize with you, that can see your emotions. And then you go online and you're going all over the place trying to put things together. Right. That's the reason why people even go to college, right? Because you have a curriculum, you have a syllabus, you have a framework. And that's what our goal is, to actually help you avoid all of those wasted hours. And another thing that I live by is that, you're either going to learn from mentors or mistakes. Mistakes are going to cost you time and money. And then usually mentors are going to cost you money, but they're going to save you the time. So our goal is to help you avoid wasted hours, wasted years, right? Because the biggest tax that you will ever pay is the ignorance tax, right? Not knowing. That's the biggest tax that you will ever pay. So you just think about all of us in this room at some point in time when we had that epiphany moment that something just clicked. And we think about like, damn, I was so dumb doing things this way for the last year or two. And now you know how to do it extremely better. So I guarantee you in this call, somebody's going to have an epiphany moment, right? Somebody's going to have something that's just clicked for them, and they're going to be the next 6-figure earner, the next 7-figure earner. And if that's you in this chat, come on. I want to know.
You are literally next. I want you guys to comment in the chat, I'm next. Comment, I'm next in the chat, because I heard a quote a couple days ago that said, the longer you wait to go after the life you want, the less time you have to actually live that life. And it's so true, because if you continue utilizing time, hours and hours, to try to figure out how to do it on your own, you might get there, but now the time it took you to get there, you have less time to actually enjoy the successful business, to enjoy the money that you get to make, to enjoy the changes in your life. You have to recognize that God is going to put people on your path. I call them destiny helpers. God is going to put destiny helpers on your path that are going to get you there sooner and faster. You don't have to be wasting time. You don't have to keep using time. You've got to tap into the destiny helpers. And I hope tonight, me and Kobe are your destiny helpers to give you the information that you need to get to that next step. So you guys understand that lenders are definitely confusing, right? Sometimes trying to figure out how to get funding on your own as it relates to your business, as it relates to scaling, it is a challenge. It is a challenge. But gone are the days where you actually have to figure this out on your own, right? You do not have to be in the room, in the corner, all by yourself, figuring out how to grow your business and being discouraged that it isn't going to work. And 2023 is your year. You said it last year, you said it in 2021, you said it in 2020, and then we got hit with COVID. Let's make sure that this is the year, that this is the time, this is the month where you decide it's right now. Instead of one day I'm going to have this, no, today is the day one that you are going to start that journey of actually having what you need, the strategies that you need to get to that next step in your business. So the next thing we want to touch into, I always start my classes with this, y'all. Listen, you cannot receive information if your cup is already full of insecurity, doubt, procrastination, drama, fear, being unsure. I need you guys to commit right now to the things that you are leaving behind. The version of you that you were before this class started is not the same version that you're going to be by the time you get out of here. I want you to comment some things that you are committing to letting go of. For me, I'm always working to let go of fear. I do something that scares me in my business every single day. Just today, I had a speaking engagement and my voice was a little shaky at the beginning. But you cannot get to your next levels if you're holding on to fear. You cannot get to your next level if you're holding on to negative people. If you're holding on to those people who just want to tell you what's not going to work. One great way to know that you have the wrong people in your life is when you tell them an idea and the only thing they have is negative feedback. That's how you know this person is not meant to go with me to the top. And that is okay. You don't have to bring everyone with you on your journey. I see that you guys are letting down insecurity, fear, doubt. I see that you guys are letting go of procrastination, self-sabotage. Ooh, that is a big one. Another thing I want you to let go of is the fear of success. These strategies that you are going to receive tonight, they work. They work. But you cannot implement them if you have a fear of actually getting to that next level. The only way you will actually get to that next level is when you decide, you know what? I'd rather be rich than a scaredy cat. I'd rather be confident in myself than insecure and broke. And those are the decisions that we have to make. So I don't want you guys getting this information and then tomorrow you go right back to the same version of yourself. Let's commit that tonight is a moment in your life where you are going to actively make different decisions so that you're no longer letting fear stop you from taking action. You're not going to let doubt stop you from implementing these strategies because you can't get the goods and not use them. It's the goods are too good for you to not use them, okay? I need you to use them. I need you to recognize that God aligned for every single one of you to be in this room right now. Nothing is by accident. So your commitment to your dream, your commitment to your 10 kids, 4 grandkids, 2 nieces, 2 nephews, your commitment to them that you just spoke on is to release insecurity, is to release fear, is to release doubt, is to release procrastination. Kobe, what are you leaving behind? Because we all got something we got to let go of.
We always have something in the chat. I dropped insecurity, right? So for me, on the front facing, a lot of people just look at me as probably the most overly confident person, but I'm just human, just like anybody else. I have those same insecurities. I think about, I overly analyze how I look. I'll shoot 20 videos before I drop it. If you were to see how many videos that are in my Google Drive, I probably have at least 200 videos of content that I'm just like, oh, it's not good enough.
I know, right?
Overthinking, right? And procrastination is a big one for me, right? I'm known, my brand internally from friends. I usually do things before a lot of my counterparts. And I'll do it, but I'm not consistent at it. And then that next thing I know, 6 months later, I'll see another entrepreneur doing it. And I'm like, damn, I procrastinated, I overthought it. And I'm like, damn, I'm literally so forward thinking and I'll overthink myself out of the idea. Then I'll see somebody else winning with that same idea. So yeah, I'm leaving all of that behind. And perfectionism is another one. I'm definitely leaving perfectionism behind. Like I got to get over that.
Yes, speak to it.
Yeah.
Done is better than perfect, y'all. Trust me. You can make your whole first $1 million on a $100 website. Okay. So done is better than perfect. All we want you to do is start doing the work. So let's get into some strategies. Let's get into the next bit. You guys know who I am, Ellie. I help you guys get funding for your business. I help you grow your business, and I'm all about helping moms build wealth. All right. You guys know who Kobe is, amazing CEO of digital brands. I've worked with him. He's worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. I know y'all know who EYL is, Recession Proof. Drea, you know who you know who I am. He did my website, right? So you guys are in a room with some with an amazing expert, and we are going to be giving you this ecom and online business game. So our goal is to walk you through the mindset, the money, and the market that is needed to help you start or continue your journey and becoming a future mommy millionaire or daddy millionaire or auntie millionaire in e-commerce. All right. And it's so possible. You're seeing me, you're seeing Kobe, you're seeing these clients. Ecom is the #1 creator of millionaires, and it's time for more Black women and minority businesses to be one of those. So Kobe, walk us through these brands that you've worked with.
Yeah, for sure. So I just wanted you guys to get a quick glance at some of the clients. These are startup clients who needed help with bringing their vision to life, whether it was a beauty brand, a fitness brand, apparel brand. Like I said, from 2018, the beauty industry was a big boom where everybody was selling hair weave, everybody was selling cosmetic makeup. And I probably touched a good 40% of the successful brands that came out between like a 2017 to 2020. Either I worked with them, consulted with them, or somehow they took inspiration from one of my designs or something. I feel like I had my hand across the beauty industry, had it in a chokehold.
Come on.
And then as that time progressed, around 2020, when we got into the more educational, informational era, I felt like I had ran the play long enough to then become an authority to teach people how to do the exact same thing. Yes. So now I've made enough mistakes. I've seen enough pitfalls in my past to now help someone else prevent those pitfalls. So this is just a quick glance at some of the clients that I work with.
I love that.
I'm going to be going through some of my secrets to successful digital marketing, right? Because marketing is one of the most important parts of your business, right? You can have the best product in the world, but if no one knows you, they can't flow you. So I'm going to be going over some strategies on how to get in front of your audience, most important audience. So if you guys are ready for this game,
yes,
y'all been sitting here, y'all, right? So to the next slide. So
I love that.
In e-commerce, first, what is e-commerce, right? E-commerce is the business of buying and, well, commerce. Commerce is the business of buying and selling, right? From a seller to an actual consumer. And e-commerce is the same thing, but just doing it on the internet, right?
Yep.
So on e-commerce, one of the most common things to sell is physical products. So as I told you guys, my background was physical products, right? But now we're in an era where people are making millions of dollars selling digital products. They're monetizing their knowledge, monetizing their expertise. And as we scroll to the next slide, digital products, right? Understanding digital products is also understanding your consumers. So as I became an authority in my niche, my industry, I decided to then teach my audience. I had people for years asking me how to do it. How can they make money? How can they make additional income? So I was able to extract, package, and deliver my knowledge in a well-formatted process that people could understand it and be digestible so they can then take their lives to the next level, right?
That's the secret.
So I did that. That's the secret. I did it with creating a system, right? Ellie, you know the acronym for system?
No, drop it on us. Everybody comment system in the chat because I want to know.
Comment system in the chat. I'm going to give you guys an acronym for system. So system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. Right?
What? That just blew. Wait, let me write that down because I will definitely be using that in the next thing. Saving yourself time, energy, and money. That is so powerful because that's exactly what systems do. That's what they do.
That's what they do. That's what they do. So a lot of us struggle with creating interesting content and consistent content. So I've been able to, working with so many businesses, I've been able to optimize that process because I'm seeing the ins and outs. I'm privy to having the knowledge of knowing what's working, what's not working because I work with so many clients. Yes. So I can see when a client, and this is a cheat code, I literally get to learn with other people's money. It doesn't get any better than that, right? So that way I'm able to build like some of the most ultimate systems. And what I've learned is a framework with building these systems. And I have the framework, it's called BMF. I'm not talking about Black Mafia Family. I'm talking about branding, marketing, and funding. And I'm going to be going through that. So if you guys are okay with me going through the BMF framework, Just say I'm ready. Just say I'm
Comment ready in the chat, y'all.
ready.
Comment I'm ready in the chat. I love that. Branding, marketing, and funding, because it's so true. Really, your business is based on those three things, right? You got to have a brand, you have to market, and funding is definitely going to help you go from level 1 to level 10. So I'm loving that. Ready, ready, ready. Everyone is ready. Let's get into this branding mindset.
Get into the branding. So establishing your branding mindset. Branding is a word that became extremely popular in the last couple of years. But what is a brand, right? Like we hear it, but like, what is it really? So branding is perception is a reality. How people perceive you is a reality. That's your brand. So your imagery has a lot to do with your branding, how you look, how you dress, how you smell, how you talk, right? That's a part of your brand. So people come to me to increase their branding because I'm really good at imagery. I'm really good at looking at something and internally knowing how to piece things together. And then after you have the perception and the imagery down, here's the key. Your real brand is your reputation. What do people say about you when you're not in the room? Because in the room, they talk good. They talk good. See, Ellie may say good stuff about me in this chat, but I don't know what she's talking. No, it's just but what do people say about you? Y'all all got a cousin that's talking about y'all like a dog when y'all not in the room, right? That's somebody. So, but what are they saying? Are they saying good things about you, or are they saying bad things about you? So that's really what a brand is, right? Your reputation. So after you get the branding down, you have to understand what is marketing. Marketing consists of your offer. What are you selling? What are you offering? Does your offer actually provide a solution to people's problems? Whenever you're trying to offer something, here's the two things you need to think about whenever you have a product or service. Am I offering a solution to problems, or am I increasing someone's status? That's what we want as human beings. We want status, right? You want to think about it as a pain medicine, right? Am I relieving someone's pain, right? Or am I increasing their energy, or am I increasing their capability? Am I a pre-workout to someone's life, right? So that's what you want to think about your product. Can you add more status? Now with that, after you have your offer, the next thing is target audience. Here's something that most of my clients struggle with, is they're having multiple conversations on social media with 10 different people.
Come on, y'all, because a lot of y'all be posting about the food you ate one day, and the next day posting about the product you want to sell, and the next day posting about your dogs and your cats. No shade, because I love dogs and cats, but it's a lot going on. We got to pick one target audience. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? That's so important.
And that's so important. So narrowing down your target audience is extremely important. And that goes back into our key word. We just seen it, strategy. So we already elaborated on strategy. So I won't dive into that anymore. But then we go into the fun part, which is getting to the bag, right? So these are the of course, you can bootstrap, right? Bootstrapping means doing things out of pocket. Bootstrapping, taking your own money, your own capital, your 9-to-5 money, your college tuition money, whatever it may be. You're taking your own money, building your business, right? But we understand that could be a slower process. Having a little bit of fuel, adding some fuel to the fire, just can make it ignite better, right? So I would say, I'm an advocate of funding, right? And to get your funding on point is to make sure that your credit report is on point, because people think that your credit score is what really matters when it comes to funding. The credit score is just a small piece of which you actually qualify for funding. So credit report, having relationships with actual lenders. So when you can continuously refer people, we live in a society of, especially as entrepreneurs, is who you know is not what you know, right? Or even more important, who knows you. So when you have those relationships with, bank managers, with lending managers, that's important. And that can help you get additional funding that the normal average person would be able to get, right? And then also understanding sequencing is extremely important. Now, funding is so many different levels to funding. It's, yes, your cousin can probably help you get a Navy Federal,
account,
2040
right?
account, right? But when you have someone who's an expert who literally focuses on this, they understand how to maximize your funding, right? And maximize the most important. Ellie, can you help me out? Tell them to drop maximize, because I like when you say it. It sounds better.
How about this, y'all? Drop an M in the chat. Drop an M in the
M.
chat. And that is for maximize. You guys got to understand, you want to be able to maximize your funding opportunities. And I want to add on to what you said. Not only is your personal credit report important, but your business credit report is important, because when lenders are looking, they're looking to determine, not only some lenders, right, are going to check your personal report, but all of them are going to check your business report. They want to see, how long has this business been operating? Is this business making its payments, right? Even if you have a few trade lines, how are you treating those trade lines, and are you taking care of them? That's also a way you've got to think about relationships that you have with your lenders, with banks, and et cetera. And I want you to drop again what you said about sequencing, because I got to make sure they really pick that up.
Yeah, so sequence is important. So for instance, like Chase, they have a rule where it's called 524 rule. So if you have more than 5 credit cards within the last 24 months, it doesn't matter how amazing your credit is, they'll automatically deny you. So if you don't know these internal rules between these different banking institutions, what you'll be thinking is like, why am I continuously getting denied? And all of these different, like for instance, you could apply for a credit card with, let's say, PSCCU, which is a credit union. They actually pull from TransUnion. And knowing that they pull from TransUnion, then that means that I know if I get approved with them, then I need to go to the next banking institution and pull for somebody who does Equifax. So they don't see that I already pull from TransUnion. So when you're working with someone who's actually doing done for you funding, that's the type of knowledge that that person should know. They should understand sequencing.
That's so key, you guys. Everything has a strategy, right? Marketing has a strategy, branding has a strategy, funding has a strategy. So I want you guys to comment 524 in the chat. I want to make sure y'all pick that up, because you would be surprised. A lot of lenders have internal rules like that. And so to repeat what he said, if you have more than 5 credit cards in the last 24 months, that can present a challenge for you in getting more funding. So just keep that in mind, and that's going to help you adjust your strategy accordingly.
And then we keep coming back to this word systems. Why systems just on us tonight? But
because
systems
you
are
want
so
to save yourself time and money.
Hey, listen. Whenever you post it, I need the at cool.
Yes, I'm gonna tag you. I'm gonna be like, listen, I got a bar from Kobe tonight, y'all.
I love that. So, all right. So systems, y'all. So again, I'm in this digital real estate world, right? We talked last week was physical real estate, so we talking digital real estate. So digital real estate. The most important thing with digital real estate is data. Facebook is a leader of data. Instagram is a leader of data. TikTok, all these platforms that are making billions, big B.
Billions.
The way that they do it is they have all of our information. So we think that we're on these platforms for free. But if they're giving it to us for free, then that means we're being sold. We're the product. We're the data being sold to the advertisers. So do you want to continue to be online shopping at everybody's vendor booth, or do you want to create one?
Come on. It's time for us to be the business, okay? And not just be the consumer. We're the product. We need to be the business.
We need to be the business. So the way that we get data is through lead magnets, understanding how to get people to give us their information, understanding how to have a beautiful landing page, the copy, the messaging, and all that good stuff, all that nerd tech stuff, right? And
what are your favorite things to put in a lead magnet, Kobe, so they can know?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. So one of my new things that I've done is just creating an amazing newsletter, right? And saying, sign up for my marketing newsletter, and I'm going to give you all the game on how to be the most, dominant marketer for your business, because everyone needs marketing. So that's actually in my bio. I have a newsletter right now, but anyway, so I have a newsletter where I'm giving out game continuously with videos and YouTube, and this is what's happening, Ellie. The more that they see me, the more that they're liking, knowing and trusting you, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of us, we want to make a post and we want to hit it on the first post, right? As soon as you start posting, you're trying to get people's money, trying to get people's monies, right?
Come on.
It's so many scams and crooks on the internet. No, I need to watch you and I need you to be consistent for some time. Like I've been doing this for a while. Ellie, you've been doing this for a while.
A while. Come on.
Oh, wow. So after you do that, that's one of my favorite. Then another one I like to do quizzes, right? I like to do quizzes. Can you talk a little bit more on the quizzes? Touch on what a quiz would do.
Y'all, listen. So I recently developed some new quizzes for my own business. I want you guys to understand quizzes typically increase your lead magnet conversion, like people actually signing up all the way through, by almost 77%. Like it's a huge number. And here's what I want y'all to understand. Every single business can use a quiz. Everybody comment the word quiz in the chat, because here's why. Every single business, right? Whether you are selling weave hair, whether you're selling lashes, whether you are selling a service, whether you are a realtor, people have questions about that product, whether it's your product or the industry. So you want to come up with a quiz that is, what is your skin type? What does your skin need? What are your what is your hair, journey? What is your porosity, right? All these different things you got to think about. What are some questions people probably have about this industry or my product? And you create a quiz because everyone wants to get an answer to their question, right? Not everyone can get on a one-on-one call with you. Not everyone, you don't have the time for that. And a lot of people want to figure you out a little bit first if you're a new business. So having a quiz allows them to get a response, and you're not actually answering the question. It's all automated. It is all automated. So I want to give y'all a little site that you can use. I used quizmaker.io. Okay, so write that down in your notes. Quizmaker.io. I made it myself. All right. And it took me about 10 or 15 minutes. So that's an easy lead magnet that you can put into your business. And then I also hired someone to do a more in-depth quiz. So you've got two ends of the spectrum here, which is perfect.
Love it, love it, love it. So that was hella game right there, Ellie. And I want you guys to make sure you capture the point. The point is for you to collect that phone number and that email address, because you need an audience to market to. Yes. I said something at the beginning of the chat. If they don't know you, they can't flow you, right?
They can't.
So it's so important. It's so important for you guys to capture that data.
Data, tomato.
All right. So getting into the bag now, you have to have an investor mindset. And there's two different types of investors, right? You could be a DIY investor. A DIY investor, your personality is that you're more so, all about self-service. You have the skills. You're one of those YouTubers. You want to be more hands-on. You enjoy the work, or you like just getting instructions from somebody who's done it before to follow those instructions. You have the time. It's more cost effective, but realistically, what it boils down to is you have more time than you have money. Right? Yes. And then it's the other personality, which is the do it for me or get it done for you. You may not have the technical experience, and Ellie, you said wasted hours. We don't want to waste hours, right? Sometimes we spend a lot of time trying to figure it out, right? And we don't have time for that. You don't have the time to waste. You value your time over money, right? Because that's the most valuable asset that we have. You prefer to get it done right the first time. So here's a little story. Here's a little story. I'm an only child, right? I grew up my mom's single parent household. And,
me too.
Okay. So look, this is what my mom used to do. I used to go wash the dishes, right? And wake up in the middle of the night. And it took me like 6 hours to wash dishes every night because it was like the most dreading thing possible. I would fall asleep at the sink. And I would just half-ass do it. But what would happen is I'd go ahead and get in the bed. You know what my mom would do? Wake up. If you did it right the first time. You did it right the first time, I wouldn't be telling you to get your butt. She said other colorful words, but I would be telling you to get back in there to do it again. So Can we say do it right the first time? Do it right the first
time, y'all. Everybody
first
comment
time.
the first time.
First time in the chat. So,
Comment
and
the
you're a person.
first time. That is so true, Kobe. And we've all had our parents. I used to hate doing dishes, right? But one thing you got to realize is that's a very true life lesson. When you do it the first time, right, you avoid all that other issue, right? That left you more time to do what you want to do. That left you more time to be able to go play your games if you do it right, to be able to go have fun. So y'all have got to think, look at how much time you're losing. Your mom might not be coming and smacking you over the head, but you should be smacking yourself over the head like, dang, I'm still stuck in the same place. I'm still doing the same things because I am not aligning myself with the strategies to do it right the first time. Okay. And here's what I want you to understand. You've got to realize that doing it right doesn't mean it has to be perfect. But what it means is actually getting it done. So many of you guys are stuck in inaction because you want to make sure it's perfect. It just needs to get done. You just need to implement the strategy so that you can start this process. That is so, so key. Do it right, y'all. We do not want to get popped in the head by our moms, okay? No, ma'am.
Definitely not.
So,
Definitely
y'all,
not.
this is me. This is me.
Ellie
And you
time.
guys see a snippet of this beautiful site. Kobe did my site. And what I want you guys to realize is this has been a key factor in more people understanding my brand, more people reaching out to me about my brand, and really connecting with my brand, right? So I want you guys to remember what was on that branding slide. It was things like perception, image, reputation, right? So when you're building your business, remember, this is something that people are going to buy from their hard-earned money, and then they're going to start telling other people about it. So a lot of the time we hear people talk about branding and they think about the colors, the logo. All of that is important at its time, but the most important thing is, what do you want people to feel and remember about your company? What do you want them to say about your brand when you're not around, right? When they think of a problem, you should also want them to think of you or realize that you are the one that can provide that solution. And that is what plays a key role in your business. So all the marketing you do, all the funding that you get is going to be to help you make a brand that is more solid. So shout out to my
And
millionaire.
here's some key things too for everyone in the chat so far. Like if you guys think that we gave you value so far, we haven't even gotten to the meat and potatoes. We haven't even like really
No,
gotten to
for real though, man.
the thick of things. It's really about to go crazy. It's really about to go crazy. We just warming y'all up. Right now, y'all just eating the sides. We about to get into the real entree.
We're
Right.
just
So
giving
this
you a
is
little
another
appetizer.
this is an appetizer. So this is another rebrand. Ellie, you could touch on that a little bit.
Absolutely, y'all. So this is the elevation of the first site. Now I know y'all love the first site. It's super cute, but these were about 6 months in between. And I'm like, you know what? We gotta elevate it. We gotta upgrade it. We gotta rebrand, right? And so what you have to realize is where you are in your business, a rebrand doesn't mean changing logo, changing colors, right? You guys see a lot of the same colors. A rebrand is, what's a message that I want to be really clear? So I want you to see the difference. On this first site, you see you are a future millionaire. That's cool. I help women embrace their power, etc. But now the message is more powerful. And I'm like, no, you're not just a future millionaire. You will be the first millionaire in your family, but not the last, right? So I'm making sure that you know when you come to my site, we're talking about legacy. We're talking about wealth. So I want everyone to comment the word rebrand, right? Rebrand doesn't mean taking all new pictures, changing your logo, all of that. Rebrand is, how do I make my message more clear? People may not be buying from you because they don't exactly know your message. Like I said, you're talking about your puppy on one day, apples and oranges on the other day, your favorite brunch spot on the other day. And it doesn't mean you cannot have all of these interests, but people need to be able to think of something and then think of your business. So are you going to focus on that one area? And then that one area becomes what you're known for. You can always talk about other things, but the majority of the time, People need to be able to know what your message is. You see what I'm saying?
Love that.
So we upgraded.
We upgraded.
Yes, and that brings us to the funnel. Yes, hit them with that, Kobe.
Yeah, it brings us right to the funnel. So everything is a funnel. From everywhere we shop at, it's a funnel. Dating is a funnel. Business is a funnel. Everything is a funnel. So here's the standard funnel of how it works in life. Is first thing is people have to get awareness of you. They have to know you. They have to be aware of who you are. And then depending on what your offer is, they may be interested, but they're still a little bit suspicious, right? They're like, okay, I see you posting. Man, let me see how consistent you're going to get, right? And then eventually, when you're narrowing down who you're talking to, people start to have desire of getting to see what's, that's when you start collecting email, you start collecting phone numbers, and these people turn from suspects to prospects. And then you make an offer. One of the, a lot of my students, I usually say, the reason why you're not making enough money is because you're not making enough offers. So a lot of us are afraid to actually sell because we look at selling as a bad thing, as a negative thing. But if someone has a headache and you have Tylenol, then it's not a bad thing, right? Right? It's you have the solution. You have the solution to their problem. So this is how a funnel works. So online, the top of your funnel, it's social media, is your content creation area. So you guys have to create the content. You have to post, right? Of course, you can do business to business and belly to belly out there in the streets, but I love the ability of pressing a button and thousands of people seeing my stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So that, Ellie, you can elaborate a little bit more on that.
That's so true, y'all. Social media is key. I want you guys to comment me in the chat if sometimes you get afraid to sell, or a lot of time you get afraid to sell. Comment me in the chat because we're being real, right? You guys agreed at the beginning of this class that you're leaving fear behind. You're not taking it with you into tomorrow. And this funnel is so important for you to understand because look, a lot of people are going to see your brand, but a smaller amount of people are going to buy. So what does that mean? That means that your job as a business owner is to make more people aware. All the time. You got to be repping your brand. You got to be proud of your brand. You got to be talking about your business. You got to be creating content about your business because we know that there's a percentage who are going to fall off. It's natural, right? They might come back around, but you've got to be in a constant state of talking about your business. And just like Kobe said, someone has a problem, you have the solution. It is your responsibility to sell that solution to them. It is your responsibility to make them know that it is here. Because the longer you sit on your gifts, the longer you sit on your idea, someone is continuing to stay stuck in the same place. I need you guys to recognize how tied all of our destinies are, right? You have gifts and talents that somebody needs, but because you're letting fear, doubt, and procrastination win, now the person who needs you can't find you. And now the money that you want also can't find you. So I want to ask you guys, and I want you to answer in the chat. Would you rather sell or be broke? Comment sell in the chat if you would rather sell, or comment be broke in the chat if you would rather be broke. And I don't think anyone's going to comment that. But that's what it comes down to, y'all. Every single piece of content that you post becomes a member of your sales team. Every single piece.
I want to touch on that too about sell or be broke, right?
Yes.
If and this isn't, and I want people to know that I'm not knocking anything about a 9-to-5. I believe your 9-to-5 is your best business partner that you can have.
Facts.
Right? Your business funder. But a lot of us have to think about it. If we're not selling online, we're selling our time at a job, right? So if I was to tell someone in this chat right now to come in, if I, said, hey, come and clean my floors for $10, you're probably, I say, but it's only going to take you an hour. You would cuss me the hell out. You'd be like, I'm not coming to clean your floor for $10. But we do it every day, right? Because we've been conditioned to do that. And I'm not far removed from a job. My last job I had, I was a car salesman in like 2016. And I remember being in the car dealership, working 80 plus, overworked and underpaid, working 80 hours a week. Like, damn, I'm really just selling my time, selling my life away. right? And it was no sky is the limit. It was me seeing my coworkers and saying, damn, if I work here for another 10 years, I'm gonna be that guy.
Yeah.
And they didn't live how I wanted to live. They didn't drive what I wanted to drive. They didn't go where I wanted to go. So I took the leap of faith and I jumped into this thing. And like I said, I did keep my job and I used this as my business funder, as my business partner. So I'm not telling anybody in this room to quit. Don't
quit yet.
Don't quit. Use that as your business partner, right?
Yes,
so,
I love that. Use it to fund your business.
So we're going to say some things that's repetitive because it is a system. Like I just talked about getting in front of people. That's point number one, is you want to get in front of as many people as you can and collect as many emails and SMS as possible.
Yes.
So we're giving you tools and systems on how to do just that, right? I am a master at understanding how to collect data. So that's going to be inside of the offer that we present at the end of this call. And that's important for you guys to know. We're not just here just to sauce you up, give you game and let you guys walk away like a zombie and don't know what to do. We're going to give you a safe haven for you guys to come and meet at, right? Where we have a community where we're going to have a chat. Well, we'll talk about that in details, but we're going to have something. We're going to get that at the end, but we're going to have something for you guys if you guys want to tap in with us a little bit further.
Exactly.
So point number 2 that we went over is the importance of building a system that works hard for you so you don't have to, right? Your system is going to be working 24/7 for you. We as human beings, we sleep 8 hours a day. We eat for 4 hours. We take a break. We procrastinate. You need something that's going to work for you all day.
You need a system. And something I wanted to add to what you were just speaking on in regards to, collecting emails, SMS, having a system, right? I want you guys to know, those of you who came to class, you were emailed from my systems. You received text messages from my system. So everything that we're telling you are things we actively use in business. And if it's working for us, then it's going to work for you. One of the best email systems that I want you to look into, if you don't already have it, is called ConvertKit, right? Now, there's a lot of different email systems, so many that we will give you more information on. But I need you to understand where you can start looking, how you can start understanding this information, and realize that one add-on into your business, right? Because we don't own Instagram. We don't own our TikTok audience. We don't even own our YouTube audience. The only thing we own, like Kobe said, is our data. So you want to put yourself in position to get data, and using tools like ConvertKit, which collects emails and phone numbers. Now you can start being a data collector, right? Not just an influencer, not just getting a lot of followers. That's cool. But also being a data collector. This is how you contact people and impact people outside of just social media. So I love that you mentioned that, Kobe.
Yep, for sure. For sure. So guys, here's another little reminder of who I am in the industry, right? So you guys have gotten to know me really well. I feel like we're cousins now.
Yes.
And I had my first 7-figure year in 2020 is because I already had the pain medication for everyone who was looking to start a business. So I started my business in 26. Well, me and some partners started in 2016. In 4 years of being in the industry, I made myself an authority in the e-commerce industry. So when everybody was sent home doing the bid, everybody was looking for ways to get into entrepreneurship. And I had already built such a head start on my competitors. Everybody flooded to my company, right? I was overwhelmed. I had to figure it out. I didn't go to college for this. So my sisters were they got tried and tested. They got tried and tested, right? And I made a lot of mistakes. I admit it. I made a lot of mistakes. I was just figuring it out, right? So imagine somebody going from, some decent income, making 6 figures to next thing you know, you got 10x the traffic coming to your business.
Yeah.
Right. So And then I heard a similar story with you, Ellie. You were selling digital products though, so it makes it a little bit easier.
Exactly. And this is why I want you to know that this works, whether you guys have a service, whether you have digital products, whether you have physical products, all of you all are e-commerce businesses, right? Whether you're selling physical products or not, you are selling something on the internet. So with digital products, you guys know I turned my stimulus check into $1 million business in 10 months. And that is because I created a product that could be sold over and over and over again. And I didn't have a beautiful website at the time, but I did use systems. These automations we're teaching you, lead magnets, funnels, all of those things go into your business and help you go from point A to point B, right? You've been stuck for a long time trying to make it work, but you haven't had the information. You've been trying to piece it together on your own. Now you actually are getting it in one place at one time so you can execute, so you can do the work, so you can get it done. This is showing you what's possible. I want you guys to comment "I'm next" in the chat. I really just need you to claim that you are next in this chat, because I want you to realize we are in the easiest time period ever to become a millionaire. I was just at a speaking engagement today for women in finance. And one of the things is I told them, I said, ladies, I have 4 children. I started this business while I was still nursing after divorce. There is no better time period than right now to build a 7-figure business. We have never had this type of access ever before, right? When we think about business owners, what did they used to be like, Kobe? You got to have your MBA. You're probably thinking of a white guy, suit and tie, corporate office, board meetings, right? Now you can literally run your business off your phone on an island. I'm thinking, let's take a vacation. Like, huh? And this is not to minimize the work that it takes, because it does take work. But when you have these systems that we're sharing with you, now you are working smarter and not harder.
Love it.
And that is key.
That is so key.
Yes, we got some resources
details.
Here.
We got some resources. So I'm gonna skim through these details. So guys, make sure you guys take a picture of this. So Ellie is talking a lot about digital products, right? That's her field, that's her expertise. I work with a lot of clients in the physical product era. So I'm going to talk about some systems that are going to help you sell physical products. So I talked about sourcing a product that solves a problem or increasing status. And then point 2 is you either need to learn how to create content, or you need to use resources for people who create content as a profession.
Yes.
So it's an app out there called Billio.app. This website is a website that has content creators, and you can literally pay them anywhere from $40 to $100 to create content for, let's say, your hair product or your skincare line or your beard oil. Look at Ellie with the resource.
Come on, you know me. I don't play. Listen, we giving it to them. We are giving it to them.
J and B up in here. Let's get it.
This is the real site, y'all. You can literally have all types of people create content for you. And it used to be so expensive to get influencer marketing, right? But like Kobe said, you can pay $30, $40, $50, $100. And now this is real people using your real product or talking about your digital product to market your business.
Yes, you can use them to talk about your digital product also. So these are people who do this for a living. If you're uncomfortable in front of the camera, you take a little portion out of your check, right? Say, I'm going to put aside, $100 a week. And now in the 30 days, you have $400 that you can now invest into getting content created, right? And here's the acronym for somebody who's taking notes, because I'm going to say, I wonder how many people are actually taking notes. What would you, Ellie, if we were to give a percentage on it, how confident, what do you think the percentage is of people that have been taking notes so far?
I would say, people definitely been active. I'm feeling like it's maybe 50%. So if you've been taking notes, comment notes in the chat if you've been taking notes. Because listen, note takers are money makers. That's one thing I want you to know. If you're not taking notes, I don't know what you're doing, baby.
Man, listen. You got to take those notes. And here's another one that's similar to Billio. It's called Flip.shop. Their uniqueness is this. Now, this is what I'm just giving you guys right here. I actually need to, because I'm saying it casually. But this app, Flip.shop, that I'm talking about, is an app that I teach in my high-level inner circle that I only give to my clients that pay me over 5 figures to work with me, right? This site focus on nothing but beauty products. You can get some of the, C-list celebrities, B-list celebrities. They even have Sierra on the right that you can get your products to. And then you have a manager in the middle that handles, it's like an escrow, like buying a real estate property. They're going to make sure that the creator is performing. That way you can get your good content created. And once you're happy, then the money actually releases to the creator, right? This website is called flip.shop. So I have a lot of beauty clients that pay me a lot of money, and I just go to one of these websites and I go find the people for them, and I'm giving it to you guys for free. Free 99.
Come on, value. Come on, value. That is a dope one. That's definitely a new one for sure.
That's so we got 300 plus people that just got that game.
Come on,
right? So
but
then
look,
next thing,
that's what y'all get for being in the room.
In the room.
What can I say?
So can't be being in the room. So another thing, point 3, we talked about leveraging OPM. OPM stands for other people's money, but you also want to leverage OPA, which is other people's audiences. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm leveraging Ellie's audience. Ellie has brought me and invited me into her, her community, her tribe. She trusted me to talk to you guys. So now you guys are getting familiar with me. You know me now, right? You may potentially shop with me later. It may take 6 months, it may take a year, right? But just know that yesterday's price is not today's price. So some tools that you can use to collect data on e-commerce and having physical products. One of my favorite CRM systems, email systems, is called Klaviyo. It's really good with automations. SMS Bump is really good with sending out text messages. And if you have a website, you want to have this thing called a Facebook pixel on your website, because that allows you to retarget people who come and visit you. So if you guys have ever went to a website and you've seen that little pop-up that says cookies, this website has cookies, you probably were ready to get some milk. You didn't know what was going on. But what they're doing is they have a Facebook pixel on and they're tracking you. So now when you're scrolling down your timeline, you're getting retargeted. You're seeing things that you thought of, like, I didn't even say that.
Right there.
What's going on?
Yes.
Right. So that's a Facebook pixel. And then also Google search. So SEO is super important. SEO is a powerful tool. It's a little bit more premium service to get into. But once you get to the point where you have real capital and you're going for that 7 figures, right? And if you just, you have an e-commerce product, you can do it without it. But that's like some more next level, high level things for people who have like a brick and mortar. Somebody dropped in the chat and said, how can I utilize this game that you're giving me for like a rental property? So SEO is something that you can utilize this game for, because now people can Google certain keywords and you can have condo in Atlanta, Georgia with Florida window, what is it called? Florida ceiling windows, right?
Yes, windows.
Yes. You can have that in your chat, in your website, and people are Googling that type of stuff and they can be found. So SEO, Jada, that stands for search engine optimization. So this is like high level game. I thought to myself that I want to give you guys, and I want to talk to you as beginners. And I say, no, I'm gonna just go ahead and give y'all some high level game.
Give them the game. Okay, our audience loves the game because y'all are on your way. And I love that you mentioned our student who wants to know how to use this for their, brick and mortar business or a rental property. All these same tools apply, right? You definitely want to have a social media page, because if you have a great Airbnb in, Cleveland, Ohio, people can only know if you talk about it, right? So you still want to use email marketing. You can still utilize these tools. You can have pixels on your website. And then, like he said, adding SEO, which basically means search engine optimization. So when people are searching a keyword, like he said, now you have the opportunity to pull up. Whether you have a digital product, physical product, or a brick and mortar, you are still an e-com business, okay? So that's another great way to get more eyes on your business so you get more people to take action.
100%. So it's this thing called the big domino. So in marketing, the big domino basically means if this, then that, right?
Yes.
So they use the big domino a lot in religion a lot of times, right? If you say, you ask a question, right? You may be talking about something. You say, well, if you believe in God, then this has to be true. So basically, no matter what you said, the big domino is if you believe in God, right? So that's like,
Right.
no matter what, it's the big domino, right? So I'm going to give you guys some big dominoes in marketing, right? So step one, the big domino is you can either hire an expert to do all of these cool things that we're talking about, or you need to get trained by an expert, right?
Yes.
This is going to help a lot of the things that we talked about, saving time, energy, and money. Then also, step number two is understanding the 80-20 rule. This was something that was really impactful for me. 80-20 rule, meaning that usually 20% of your production is responsible for 80% of your income.
There we go.
Right? So what that means is 80% of the things that you're doing is only bringing you in 20% of your income. So you need to hone in on the 20% of things that are bringing you in 80% of your income.
Yep. And do
Right?
more of what works, y'all. Do more of what works.
A lot of times we spread ourselves so thin trying to do, be a jack of all trades, right? And then Ellie, you said something earlier. If you could touch on it again. Step number 3, you said this exactly.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Done is better than perfect. I built this whole $1 million company on something being done versus it being perfect. You can figure your way out to your first $100,000. You can figure your way out to your next million. And again, you do not have to be the expert. You just either have to put yourself in a room with the experts and get the information, or you need to hire someone. It is not on you to do everything. Your vision was assigned to you for you to go and find the steps to execute the vision. Does that mean that's you behind the computer coding everything, staying up until the middle of the night trying to get it done? No, you've got to look at, all right, God gave me this vision. God gave me this assignment. Now let me also pay attention to who God is putting on my path. Who are these destiny helpers God is putting on my path to help me get this stuff done? Okay, to help me get it done so I can get to my goal, get to my destination that much faster. Every single one of you all in here should be proud of yourself because you've already taken the first step, which is you've started the business, right? You started it, you've decided that you believe in it enough to go ahead and form the entity. Now what I want you to do is decide that you also believe in it enough to take these next steps, to stay consistent, to keep doing the work. Done is better than perfect, y'all. Done is better than perfect. I need you guys to understand that the reason I brought Jacoby in the room is so that you see, even for my own brand and business, having e-commerce strategies, having online business strategies, and a more clear brand has changed the game for me. And this is at year 2 and 3 in my business that I made these changes. So you all are getting the opportunity to make these changes and get this knowledge at year 1 or earlier in your process. And I know a lot of you guys are in the comments, well, what if I just started? What if I just started? This is the perfect time for you to understand systems, branding, marketing, automation, funnels, data. This is the perfect time because now you're not missing out on what so many of us missed out on because we didn't have the information. You get to be in the room and get a head start. You get to take a shortcut. You get to your destination even faster than I got to my destination because you have access to information I didn't have 2 years earlier than I had it or than when Kobe had it. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? You are able to take a shortcut, which gets you there faster. I want everybody to comment the word faster in the chat. Comment faster in the chat because let's face it, we've got kids, we've got bills, we've got things we want to do. We want to be able to enjoy our life. You have got to get to your destination faster so you can spend more time there. We don't want to get to our destination by the time we're at 50 or 70 or 80, right? We want to be able to do it in the next year, not 10 years. So I absolutely love that you included this, Jacoby, so that people know like it is so real for all of our businesses.
So real, so real, so real. And And I just wanted you guys to see also, again, visually, a before and after, and
Oh, I
how
love
important the website is.
him.
Yeah, this is Dr. Bobby, so Dr. B. So this is one of my
Yeah,
clients. And like I said, I'm the ghost behind a ton of brands that people they don't know
you
that I'm
are.
behind.
You are.
So this is a client that was already doing extremely well. He was making money long before me again. Easily, doing over six figures a year with his business. Just from his website alone, I was able to increase his conversions by almost 3%. And I'm gonna give you guys some math. So conversion wise, if you're making $10,000 a month and you're converting at a 1% conversion rate, right? And conversion meaning out, well, that's a whole nother conversation. You're
Yeah.
converting at 1%. If somebody increases your conversion rate by 2% extra, you just went from $10,000 a month to 30,000. Now, I'm
Oh,
not going
that's
to
a
say what this,
3x.
that's a 3x, right? So he was already doing extremely well before me, but after me, his business boomed up even higher because I was able to put things in the right place. I was able to design his website better. I put the right wording in his banner. I put the right call to actions in his banner. I put the right upsells, the email, the product pages. I increased his average order value. I increased his lifetime value. I did a lot of things on the back end that most people don't even know about. So I want you
Right.
guys to understand 300 plus people that are in this chat. You guys are getting more information than 99% of the world right now, just being in this
Fact.
chat to understand analytics, to understand KPIs. We're talking about engineering, right? We're talking about engineering a business right now, right? So I'm hoping you guys are really like not taking this for granted, because a lot of times when we don't pay attention, and we let things just fly past our head, and we don't value it. But this is information that me and Ellie are giving you guys that, again, we teach, we charge for. So just wanted
It's
to say that.
really going to make a difference, y'all. It really, really is. And I love that you mentioned that 3x, right? Because when we hear 3%, and the number seems small, but I want you guys to understand that that's more money. That's more money. That's more customers. That's more exposure. That's more clients. Everybody comment the word more in the chat, because you've got to understand that you are in position to walk into your season of more. You are in position to walk into your season of more. The only difference between where you are right now and where I am, where Dr. Bobby is, where some of these clients that we saw are, is that we got the information and then we implemented it. We executed on the information. We didn't decide to let another day or month or year go by of saying maybe, right? I want us to delete maybe from our vocabulary. I made a commitment to myself 12 months ago to avoid saying maybe as much as possible, because what is a maybe, right? It puts you in between one decision or the other, and you end up staying stuck in the same place. You don't want to have a maybe belief about your business. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe my business will take off. Maybe I'll join this class. Maybe I'll go to this website. Maybe I'll hire this person. Because now, where are we? I want you guys to commit to saying yes to yourself. You said yes to yourself by showing up to this class. You said yes to yourself when you decided to actually start the business. You said yes to yourself when you took notes on these apps. Comment yes in the chat. I want you to commit to saying yes to yourself. You've already said no enough times when you didn't execute on the information. Now you need to be focused on saying yes. EYL, they said yes. I said yes. Dr. Bobby said yes, right? So that you can get results. Results don't come from maybes, y'all. I love y'all, but results don't come from maybes. Results only come from yeses. I love this site. This is definitely new. Custom
Yeah.
wings. Yes. I feel like I've definitely been on this site. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna just scale through some of these really fast, just so you guys can see the visual. I know seeing is believing, so it's important. I just kind of show you some of my portfolio. If you guys want to
Yes.
tap. So I try to be versatile. Like I said, I dominated the beauty industry, so this is my bag. I know everything that's needs to be known when it comes to a beauty product. But also did the swim lines, apparel lines. I'm really big on colors, vibrant, building things that going to get the audience enthralled into a person's brand and remember a brand, right? I've done things for some other influencers here in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a Circle of CEOs brand.
Yes.
Did that branding, website design, wording, squeezing all of those guys in the pictures. Session Proof did this website here, right? So I've been around the block, guys. Been around the block.
Come on,
and then
around the block.
Been around the block. So also, I do digital marketing also, and in my space, it costs money, to make money. So I allocate people money, and I don't waste money too. I allocate people dollars to help them grow their income. So especially if you have good credit, great credit, it's almost a no-brainer to get into e-commerce because you can literally print money, right? Mm-hmm. All it is about, if you have a great product, this is how easy it is. You have a great product, great landing page, great copy, margins are on point. All we need to do is spend money, or you need to create content to get the product in front of people.
Yeah, ads or content.
All ads or content. Either ads or content. You either need to hunker down and create the content to get it out there and say, okay, I'm going to be posting, and I don't have the money. If you don't have the money for ads, don't worry, because this is a game that you need to get into when you have more capital. Yeah, ads is an expensive game. You don't get into this as a beginner. You get into this as more of a seasoned business owner. I recommend you get into ads maybe year 2, year 3 in business. That first year, maybe even the second year, you need to just prove to yourself that you're going to do the work.
Yes, right? Definitely. Stay consistent.
Stay consistent. Stay consistent, right? You have to drop the content. So this is just an example. I want to show you a case study, but this is the client. This is more of a unicorn case, meaning that this isn't like the normal average, but we spent $6,000 on ads and we were able to bring in $157,000 in 47 days. We had a 22 return on ad spend. Again, that's a unicorn case. This is another client. We spent $69,000. We were able to bring in $234,000, right? It should have said ROAS, but we did it in a short period of time. Another client, we spent $110,000 in ads. We brought in $600,000 in revenue in 30 days.
Come on,
Another client, we spent $6,000 in ad spend. We brought in $20,000 in total revenue. But here's the key. We brought in $43,000 to the add to cart value. Now, what this means is over $43,000 was added to cart, but only $20,000 of people checked out. So that means $23,000 for whatever reason somebody did not check out. But guess what we collected, guys? We collected the data. Yeah. Now, what happens is you have a system and you have somebody on the back end. We know that these people showed intent, and we can market to them over and over and over again to try to collect that extra $23K.
That is powerful.
We did that in 7 days, right? So I wanted to just show that, show some numbers real quick, and but yeah, it's not easy, but
everybody write down this formula here, okay? Because we said it, but I want to make sure you guys actually have it. We talked about having your landing page or your site, your creatives, which is your videos, your pictures, your copy, right? Which is what you're saying to your audience. What you're saying to your audience, that's your copy. And then your funding, right? This is the money that we're putting behind it. So with this equation, now you're able to do more in your business. I know a lot of this information was new to you all tonight, but that's the key, right? You've got to realize that you've been trying your process one way and it hasn't been giving you the result. So now this is a different way that is going to give you the result that you're looking for. I want you guys to comment in the chat, what would $10,000 do in your business? What would $10,000 do in your business? And I want to speak to Lofty here because I did see her comment. Lofty says she feels like she's ready to give up. She doesn't know what to do in her business anymore, and she is tired, y'all. Listen, Lofty, we've all been where you are, and I'm really proud of you that you are in this room because even with the frustration that you feel, you still decided that it was worth getting more information. Now, the next thing I want you to do, Lofty, so that you are no longer feeling tired, is I want you to execute. I want to know, what would $10,000 a month do for you in your business, right? Because of course you're going to get to 6 figures, you're going to get to 7 figures, But what would that first 10K do for you? What would that first 10K do for you? We don't realize how the money that you need to cover the things that you want to do, that 10K can make a big change, right? Changing your landing page, having these systems, having better content, having better copy, running ads when it is possible for you to run ads, even if you start with a $500 budget, right? This gets you closer to the result that you're looking for. And just like the slide says, consistency is key. I don't want you guys to start a little bit today, then 3 days later decide, I'm giving up, right? You've got to keep going. You've got to keep pushing through. You have got to keep pushing through. So this is really good, right? We're adding here for you guys, those of you who are a little newer to business credit, or you want to make sure that you almost have a checklist, right, of what you need or what you have. You've got to understand that with business credit, it's not going to report to your both personal credit most of the time. So you have the ability to really have this separate report, this separate profile that is not connected to your personal credit. The limits are higher. There's more funding opportunities. Even those of you who have newer businesses, I want you guys to look at some lenders like QuickBridge, National Funding, right? These are some companies that will connect you with funding, even as a newer business with less than perfect credit. So you really do have options. And the great thing about it is, even if your personal credit isn't perfect, you have the ability to improve it, removing your inquiries, paying down your debt, right, Kobe? There are things that they can do to change this ability to get more funding so that they can have better branding, so that you guys can have better marketing, so that you can make more sales in your business.
100%. I think you went in such good detail.
Yes.
I'm not even going to elaborate on that too much more. You really killed it. So here are some steps. I hope you guys are taking pictures, taking screenshots.
Yes, take a screenshot, y'all. That's good too.
Yeah, dude, right? Like this is what I wish I had 4 or 5 years ago. I wish I knew all this
7 steps, y'all. Take a screenshot. Yeah. As a matter of fact, take a screenshot and tag us in your stories, okay? Take a screenshot. Tag us in your stories because you got to let the people know that you're getting this game.
Yo, that's so important. Like, yo, we gotta drop the social media handles, right? They definitely gotta tag us. Do they know our social? I know they know your handle.
Yeah, make sure y'all drop yours in the comments, Kobe, so that they can tag you. Take a screenshot, tag us in your stories. Like, this is really key. A lot of people out here are selling $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 programs just for credit, only for personal credit. But Kobe is here to give you guys a list, an actual checklist of what you can look at and improve to get your score to the next place. Yes. This is really, really good.
My IG is at coolest nerd ever. That's coolest nerd ever with a K. So make sure you guys tag.
Coolest nerd ever with a K.
Coolest nerd ever with a K. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, this is great information, guys. Hopefully, like I said, screenshot this. It's kind of self-explanatory. We don't have to dive in too deep into that. So another saying my mom always used to tell me too, faith without work is dead. So you can be as a believer as much as you want, but you actually have to do the work. And I'd rather be, and I want to know the type of crowd that I have. Is it okay if I be honest versus nice?
Honest. Everybody comment honest in the chat. I'd much rather have honesty versus somebody being fake nice.
Okay, because it's like a lot of people just want to be nice, and I just try to keep it 100, keep it real. And these were some numbers that I discovered online, right? And I'm real transparent as much as possible, showing this to clients, like, yo, like in order to really have a successful relationship with me, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you because I need capital to be able to go out and do all the things that I know that needs to be done to grow your business, right?
Yes.
So this is some small business by the numbers, right? It says 76% of small businesses report facing marketing challenges. 76% of business owners, they don't know what to do when it comes to marketing, right? 82% of businesses fail because they lack cash flow problems,
Right.
right? 42% of startups fail because they don't meet a market need. They don't have a product that solves a solution. They're more so trying to sell what they love versus what the audience needs, the community needs, right? It on average, it takes about $80,000 to start a business on average, to have like to really like on average to do it, right? Of course, we can have
All the
those
industries.
unicorn, yeah, those unicorn situations like Ellie, right? She was able to, do some amazing things. She has the blueprint, she has the formula, she's documented
Yes.
that. So that's a person that I want to listen to, I want to learn from because she did it, right? We've seen the success. So
You
like
do
even
not.
when she
Yep.
be doing
Without
that,
$8,000, child. I did not have
without
that at
80,000,
all.
listen, you did it with four. I can imagine my mama had three more of me. Oh Lord.
Listen,
And you
okay,
did it
4
with four.
kids and $1,000.
1,200. You better stop that line. You had a $1,200 stimulus check. Don't try to go
All
back.
right, don't forget
Don't
the
be
200, you know.
1,200. Right. And then 23% of small businesses fail because they do not have the right team. Right.
Yes.
But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Consumers still plan to spend 25% more at small businesses in 2023 than they did in 2022. So all of that stuff, it don't even matter. People still gonna keep spending. People are gonna still keep buying products. People are gonna still keep buying services. All of this money going down. People like having the economic situation going. People are still spending more money on the internet.
Yes.
Right. They're still buying more products. Right. So all of this being said, don't let any of this stop you mentally. Right. But I just had to put that out there because I don't want to sell you a dream. It's gonna take hard work. Like Ellie did it in a year, 10 months. It took me 4 years to make my first million.
Yes.
Right. So I understand the person in the chat who was saying, yo, I'm ready to give up. Like I'm this and that. But I mean, if you give up, then what? Like, I mean, just do both of them. Work and do this at the same time.
And
Don't
do
give
it at
up.
the
Like,
same time, y'all. Build it because that dream is worth it. You are worth it. It is worth it. And I'm really glad that you put these numbers in here because I want you guys to understand you're right. You gotta put the action behind that faith. If God did not have the clients for you, he would not have given you the business idea. Trust me. If God gave you the idea, he's going to give you the clients. He's going to give you the people along the road to help you. He's going to align you with the destiny helpers. Just tonight, you guys got access to certain apps and tools that other people had to pay to be in masterminds for, right? So God is going to put the right people on your path to make sure that you are in the right place. And one of the key reasons that small businesses fail is having the right team. And having the right team doesn't always mean hiring actual teammates. Having the right team means being in the room with people like Kobe and I who can give you the next level of information. That's having the right team too. Because you already know where you are figuring it out on your own. Now it's time for you to get to a different place, figuring it out with someone else there to help you. It's time to start taking shortcuts, right? I believe that in school, they really wanted us to take the long road, right? Always telling us work a job for 30 years, retire at 65, la da 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 da. But that is different now. We don't want to retire at 65. We want to retire in 5 years if we can. So that means getting in the right rooms, getting different information, getting access to different people so that you can do more with your business, so that you can do more with your money. So you've got to think about, as you begin to grow your business, these are the types of people that you need on your team, right? You need content, data, media, web. And the great thing about this is a lot of what you need, we gave to you tonight in the form of systems and tools, right? You can go get these influencers with the apps that we gave you online. You know how to create your content. You are able to utilize some of these tools and strategies. You may not be able to go get a full creative director right now, but I'm going to make sure that you guys continue to work with us so that you can get access to that level of information without having to pay someone $100,000 salary to give you that information. It is all about access. Everybody comment the word access in the chat. And I love seeing what you guys are doing with 10K, right? If you had 10K in your business, what would change? I did put the name of that funder in the chat, QuickBridge and National Funding. Just wanted to draw attention to that for you guys as well. Starting a successful business costs money, it costs time, and the biggest cost is belief. The biggest cost, I believe, of starting a business is belief in yourself and deciding to invest and get into the right rooms. You will never lose money when you pay to get information. You will never lose money when you decide to be in the right place. Talk to them a little bit about what a KPI is and how they can look at this in their business.
Yeah, so guys, again, I thought before I got in this room on what level of game I wanted to give you guys, and I thought I could either underperform
and take a
or
picture
overperform.
of these two, y'all. This is important.
Take a picture. This is important. And my thought process is that I wanted to give you guys high level information that even if you don't utilize it right now and use it 2 years from now, 3 years from now, I want you to remember that the coolest nerd ever put you on the sauce, right? So the understanding of KPIs. So KPIs in business stands for key performance indicators. So if you have a traditional 9 to 5, you may learn this in your business, right? If you're working with numbers, if you're looking for to actually get clients, right? You need to understand what key things are you doing that indicate success in your business, right? So in e-commerce, one of the most important key performance indicators is the acronym that is AOV. It stands for average order value. So my job whenever I'm coming in and a client is for me to increase their average order value, because when I increase their average order value, I'm making their dollars work harder.
Yes.
Right? So I'll give you guys some simple math. So let's say a client comes to me and for every time that they're running ads or if they're creating content, if they're editing videos, let's say it costs them $100 a week to acquire one customer, and their product could be $100. So that means if they're acquiring one customer for $100, their average order value is $100 to acquire one customer, which is they make $100, right? So for me, what I'll come in and say, okay, let me tweak this, tweak that, tweak this, and let me get you 3 customers for that same $100. So now your average order value was $100, but now I just decreased it down to $33. So I made your $100 work harder for you. Right. So then as the business grows, those extra 2 customers start adding up. And yeah, you can focus on building these things yourself, right? Because now that you are aware of it, you're understanding this is something you should work on. If you don't know this information, you will just drop your business and you will never do things to increase your average order value. You won't have an upsell. You won't have an email that, like, think about it. I'm gonna give you some, when you go to a dentist, right? And a dentist offers you a low ticket offer as a teeth whitening, right? Their goal is not just to end at the teeth whitening. They want to increase their average order value. And then now they give you, hey, listen, come back and get this retainer after we gave you an amazing experience with your teeth whitening.
Yeah.
And then if you have an amazing experience with your retainer, guess what? You're going to come back and then potentially, get cosmetic surgery, right? Or maybe you want to get the veneers, right? It just increases the average order value.
Yes.
Now that's
more offers.
More offers, right? Now breaking down the next acronym is the LTV, the lifetime value. Lifetime value is so important because now what's a continuity plan? What's a subscription plan you can create so somebody can continue to pay you over and over and over again?
Exactly.
Right? That's so important because then now also, are you asking your customers to give you a referral? Because a lot of businesses, they have a metric that if we can satisfy one customer, that one customer will at least refer 2 customers in their lifetime. So if you mess up and give bad customer service to one customer, that one customer is going to deter 10 people from shopping from you.
Exactly.
That's so important. That's why these acronyms are, somebody put BBB. If you have a bad Better Business Bureau reputation, your lifetime value decreases.
Exactly.
Right? So then also
your reputation is everything.
KPI, your reputation is everything. So understanding these things are super important. And then also I touched on it a little bit again, like cost per acquisition. So the cost of what it costs to acquire a customer. So you want to
Right.
have, if you understand these things or have someone on your team that's crunching the numbers to say, okay, right, let's do this, let's do that. Let's make sure we're trying to acquire customers at a cheaper cost, because the more money we have, the more the business can grow. So that's the importance of
Exactly.
having a team.
And that's so good, because what you guys want to realize is that your CPA, or your cost per acquisition, if you're running ads, is going to be a certain number. But when you master your content, your cost per acquisition is $0. It's free,
Yes,
right? And
free.
this is why marketing, content creation is important. This is why we were talking to you all about these apps and these tools, because now when you are not running ads, right? And ads are great, but when you are in the organic phase of your business, you're spending $0 to gain a customer. And that's what we want, right? We want to be able to grow our business, because then we know we have a great value. We know we have a great business. If you can spend $0 and people still buy, now you have something to scale, right? So I want you guys to exactly be focused on this content, be focused on what tools and systems can I put in, because I may not have a ton of money to be able to put into the business and ads, but what I can do is utilize my content. Oh, I love this. So Jarrell got his first truck, 175K in funding. Here's what I need you guys to understand. You're next. I keep telling y'all this. We keep telling y'all this all throughout. The important thing for you to realize is the tools and the checklist that we gave you will lead to this success in your business and being able to get funding. That is really, really amazing, being able to quit his job. So what we are going to do, I want you guys to understand how important it is to market your business properly, right? To take in these e-commerce strategies to really scale your business property. And I want you to understand how this leads to wealth. Okay, everybody comment the word wealth in the chat, because I want you guys to understand this wealth path. You guys know you're in my community, right? You know all the things that I want to help you achieve. It's not only about making more money in your business, but it's ultimately about building a wealthy life. You guys are starting businesses so that you can make additional money. You guys all listed amazing things that $10,000 a month would do for you. You're forming your businesses. You're setting up investment accounts. You're utilizing the money that you are making to buy income producing assets, right? So you start making more money in your online business. Now you can get real estate. Now you can get a vending machine. Now you can get an ATM machine. Now you're going from one income to 3, to 5, to 7. Hiring your kids, all those 2 kids, 3 kids, 9 kids, nieces and nephews. This is how we create wealth and legacy. Is you hire your children into your business, you invest for them. And then this is where we double it. You have your online and e-commerce business. Your kids have an online and e-commerce business. So the same apps and tools that you're using to make sure your business is making money, your kids have an e-com store that you just run ads to. Your kids don't have to create content, but they're making money off of the knowledge that you gained. This wealth path is key, because I want you guys to understand that where you are starting is not where you're going to end up. Me starting my business with a $1,200 stimulus check in my mother's living room while I was on EBT, thank God I am no longer there. You are going to have a journey of transition. So let's really look at a wealth check-in, right? I want you guys to look at the things that really contribute to wealth. We're talking passive income. We're talking real estate, physical and digital, right? Digital real estate is your online business, your trust fund, your business entity, investment accounts for your family, life insurance. I want you guys to comment the word all in the chat. Comment all in the chat, because if you have 1, 2, or 3 of these, our focus is making sure that you have all of them. We want all of them. Okay? All of them. ALLUM. All of them. Okay? You want to have all of these. The reason why this is key, this is not normalized in our communities. It is not normalized in our families. We don't learn this in school the way that we should. We are not getting this information from the beginning of our financial journeys. If you got this at 18, your life would be so different. I want you to think about, if your mom was a millionaire, what would life look like for you? If your parents were millionaires, if your parents, even if they were just making $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, but if they had this wealth, if they had all the things on this circle, what would your life look like? Now I want you to think about, what will your kids' lives look like because of the fact that you are going to get this information? What does that mean for you, knowing that you can give your kids something more than what you had? I don't know about you all, but my kids are my biggest motivation. Biggest motivation. When I think about stopping, I think about my kids. When I think about I'm having a hard day, I think about my kids. When I think about this business, what I'm building, I think about what it's going to give to my legacy. Life would look so different if this was normalized in our community. So why can't you be the one to normalize it? I just want to check in with you guys. Are you tired? Are you tired of not having the money you need to pay your bills? Comment yes or yes. Are you tired of seeing the life that you want, but not yet living it? Are you tired of making promises to yourself, but somehow not keeping them? Are you tired of having to tell your kids that you can't afford something? I want to tell you guys how tired I was after my divorce, starting my business. I was tired of checking out with my EBT card. If you've ever seen a California EBT card, it's bright yellow. So everybody knows you have one. I was tired of counting WIC checks in the checkout line. I was tired of waiting for a refill on the 3rd of the month. Are you tired? I really want to know, are you tired? Because we've got to get to a point where you say, you know what? I'm tired of being in the same place month after month, year after year. It seems as though everyone is moving except for you. No more of that. We're done with that. You've got to decide that you're tired of having to tell your kids, no, we can't go. You've got to decide that you are tired of not being in the car that you want, that you are tired of not having the Stripe deposits and the bank account deposits and the $20,000 months and the $100,000 months. You have got to decide that you are tired of not living up to the full potential that God has really laid out for you. I need you guys to understand this. The information that you are receiving isn't just information. It is a key to open up this next door of your life. And so I really want to understand from you if you are able to commit. I let you guys know, Kobe and I are going to make sure that this is not the end of the journey. You guys got a lot of information here in class. Now I want you to take the next step, and I want you to say yes to yourself. You are absolutely the wealth builder your legacy has been waiting for. You would not be here if God didn't have a reason for you to get this information. I want you to realize that the distance between where you are and where you want to go is not far. The only thing keeping you back is that you haven't committed the time. Let me tell you something. You don't need another course. You don't need another 5 hours on YouTube. You don't need even another free class. You've done that before. Now what you need is implementation. You need to execute. You need to commit to sitting down with your computer and doing the work. And that is exactly why I want to invite you guys to my 6-day challenge. Okay? You need to be in a room with people who want to go where you want to go. You need to be in a room with people who have achieved the results that you are seeing on this slide. The women that have come through this challenge, even our dads, we have daddy millionaires, we have auntie millionaires. Those that have come through this challenge have gone on to invest. They have six-figure portfolios. We have millionaires in the making. They have life insurance now. They have trust funds. Their online businesses are successful. They're making $10,000 a month. They're making $30,000 a month. These are real results. Everybody comment the word results. Comment the word results. Because if you know me and my brands, one of our branding principles is we make sure that people know when you work with me, when you get this information, when you come to any of my classes, you're going to get results. Now, I want to know, can you commit 6 days to your own wealth building, to your own success? You're not committing 6 days to me. You're committing 6 days to that version of you that is going to have the life that you want. You already said that you're tired. You already know how different life would be if you had the things that are on this list, if you had the things that are on this wealth path. You already know how different life would be if you had received this information 2 years ago. So we cannot afford to let another day, month, hour, year, 6 months go by. You can't afford it. So I want to break down for you guys what we are going to do every single day in this challenge. Like I said, you don't need another class trying to do it on your own. You don't need another YouTube video. You don't need to binge watch anybody else's content. You need to commit to the vision that you have for your life. It almost brings me to tears because I have been at the bottom of the basement. I know some of you guys are in this moment in your life where you feel like, God, what's next? Where are we going? Because I cannot see the journey forward. That's when you know it's time to make a decision to invest in yourself. You are the only person that you can bid on. A lot of people in your life have failed you, but you are not going to fail yourself. So you are going to join me for 6 days, y'all. That's all I'm asking you for. 2 hours a day. 1 week of your time. We are going to write your business plan so you can get funding. Okay? We talked to you tonight about ways to get funding. Now you're going to have a business plan to make sure that you can get that bag. And that's on day 1. Then we jump into your trust fund. We need to normalize trust fund babies in our community, y'all. Kobe, I wasn't a trust fund baby. I don't think you were a trust fund baby. I don't know any trust fund babies that look like me. But now, guess what? Our kids are going to be trust fund babies. This is how we change the game.
My bad. I didn't have any funds, so meaning I didn't trust anybody.
Right. We had no funds.
I was a fund trust. I didn't have no funds, so I didn't trust nobody.
There was no funds for us to get. Then we're jumping into life insurance, right? Everyone in here needs $1 million policy or more. E-commerce, you guys are going to spend a full class with Kobe. Look at what he gave you for free. Look at the game you guys got for free. Imagine when you actually have your computer in class doing the work, not just getting the information, but actually doing the work, adding the apps, doing the branding, redesign, right? Doing the work. Everybody comment work in the chat. Everybody comment work. Because I need you guys to understand, you don't need to spend any more hours trying to figure this out on your own. You need to come to class and commit 6 days to your own future. Then we're going to go over taxes so that you understand how to keep this money that you're making. And of course, passive income. Because you are going to get to a point where you are sleeping and making money. You are on vacation and making money. Your kids are making money. So we'll be doing investing, dividends, real estate, and of course, other passive income streams. This is 6 days that you have to do what you know you are meant to do. I don't know how many more ways I can say it, but you know that there is more of a calling on your life. And you've been staying in the same place. You've been dealing with people who don't serve you. You've been dealing with negative energy. You've been letting them keep you in the same place. You can't stay there anymore. That's done. From today, that is done. I know we have people who are in the challenge. So here's what I want you guys to realize. Tomorrow, we have our first bonus day, which we are writing your grants. We have a grant writing workshop for the challenge. So you are getting all 7 days. And normally this would be a $9,000 offer because a one-on-one with me is $2,000. A one-on-one with Kobe is probably $5,000. But you guys are getting all 7 of these days for $300. Somebody comment, I'm ready in the chat. Somebody comment, I'm ready in the chat, because here's what I need you to understand. It's really not even about the price. It's about the fact that look at all the money you have lost by not having this information sooner. It isn't about spending $300, $397. What it's about is how much money are you going to continue to lose if you cannot sit for this week and commit to writing your business plan, fixing your online store, writing your grant proposals tomorrow, setting up your trust fund, getting your life insurance, and setting up these investment accounts. Everything you've been wishing that you can do, now it's time to do it. So when we do the math on this, Kobe, $397 divided by 7 days, it's like $40 a day. Now, I mean, we spend $40 today on Starbucks. We spend $40 at Chipotle. I want you guys to comment in the chat, I'm worth $40. Please. Because what I really need you to see is the distance, like I said, between where you are and where you want to be is just you deciding to execute. We could have come on here and offered you our high ticket programs, which are $10,000 and $15,000 a piece. But you have the opportunity to do something more. You have the opportunity to get access to what you normally wouldn't have access to for $40 a day. So I'm going to drop this link. There are only 20 available seats. Okay, the challenge is 2 weeks away. Let me give you guys these dates. The challenge is 2 weeks away, and we got about 20 seats left. Oh, wait a minute, Kobe. We forgot about the fast action bonus. Wait a minute. Kobe, let them know what they're going to get when they take action right now.
Tag me in real quick. Come on
in. Let them know.
All right, cool. So, fast action bonus, right? I believe success loves speed, is one of my business partners says. And what we're going to do is a fast action bonus for anyone who gets started for the first 20 people, right? What we going to do with the first 10? What we want to do?
What you thinking? The fast action, yeah. Let's make it a first 10 because we can't have any procrastinators. Like, we got to get in.
What we'll do is the first 10. So we have Nichelle in the back end. So Nichelle, if you can make sure that you monitor who's the first 10. All right, cool. So first 10, you get a free business audit. So I charge either for me or someone on my team.
That's so awesome. I didn't know you were going to do that, Kobe.
No problem. We do
You'll be surprising me.
We do a business audit, and a business audit is typically $297 for a 60-minute audit. And we just go through what you have going on. We come up with a strategy. We consult with you and give you some ideas on what you could be doing on your own to reach that success. Whatever we take, you can either hire us or you can decide that you want to go off and do things on your own. For the first 10 people, we're going to waive that $297. We'll give you that free business audit. And this is important because one of the things that I mentioned is our agency, we're CRO, which means we're going to be able to see things visually from a conversion rate standpoint that you may not see, right? It's almost like a realtor driving in a neighborhood and being able to see distressed properties or being able to see a front on a home and say, oh, I know that this is about to be gentrified. Or I can see a house and say, oh, this property is probably worth this. So you're going to get that expertise from us, right? And also, if you're in the field or what's the right word I'm looking for? If you're looking for funding, I'll just say that. If you're in the process of looking for funding, we also can do a free credit report audit and let you know what you will qualify for, right? And we can look at your credit report. At that point, I would recommend you at least already know that you're over like maybe a 680, right? For us to give you some, real direction on what you can do to get funding. If you're under a 680, inside of our community, right? Ellie, do we give resources on things that our community can do to actually take, steps for themselves to help improve their own credit?
Yes, absolutely. That I think is something we will be going over on our bonus day to write your business plans. But you could definitely throw in a little extra to your fast action bonus for the people. I'm so down with that.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So what we can do is, like I said, inside of that, we can take a look at your credit report to give you some direction on what you could be doing to secure funding. Either
Yes.
we're doing it yourself or us doing it for you. So yeah, that's pretty much my fast action bonus. That's for the first
Oh
10
my
people.
goodness.
Michelle, shoot, where are we at? If you could send either me or Ellie a text and let us know how
I
many.
will. So it looks
Let us know.
like y'all, 6 of you guys already got in the fast action bonus so far. So go ahead and secure your seat right now. I'm actually going to show you guys the website so you know exactly where to click and where to go. So remember, you guys are joining this challenge so that you can get out of where you are right now. You are tired of not having the money that you need to pay your bills. You are tired of not having the life that you know you deserve. So instead of you using more time and wasting more time trying to do it on your own with people that don't want to see you win, come get in a room with people that do want to see you win. This challenge is from the 7th through the 11th, so we're exactly 2 weeks away, and you are going to get all of the following. These are the results that we have achieved with women so far. Whole women becoming 6-figure and 7-figure business women, right? You are next. When I tell you you are next, you are next. Look at your fellow mommy millionaire sisters, okay? So you're going to click yes, I'm coming. And that is going to take you over to right here where you are going to join as a VIP. So VIP, you're getting access to the business plan day. You're getting access to the fast action bonus that Kobe just told you about. You're also getting access to the grant writing class tomorrow. Now, I want you guys to understand everything is recorded. I'm a mom too, right? We've got kids. Sometimes we don't get off of work on time. Everything is recorded and you have lifetime access to the recording. Everybody comment the word lifetime in the chat. I need you to really understand you have lifetime access to this recording. So what does that really mean? That means a year from now, when you're working on your business again, you can go back to the video that you had about your audit or about your ecom business. And that's going to put you in position to reapply those strategies. Lifetime access. I always tell you guys, I want you to keep your access to these classes so that when your kids are older, y'all can sit down and watch Auntie Ellie teach you about trust funds and wealth and your business because you really have lifetime access to this. So I want to show you guys exactly what this is going to look like and what results look like for you. Think about the last thing that held you back. Think about the last thing that stressed you out. Think about the last worry that you had. Think about the last time you did not have everything you needed to pay for your bills. Think about the last time you tried to figure out your business and you completely gave up. I want you to think about that last time. Think about the feeling that you had. Think about that feeling of hopelessness, right? Think about that feeling of frustration. I want you to go ahead and say bye-bye to that. Everybody comment bye in the chat. I want you to realize that that feeling you had, you're not going back to that place. The hopelessness, the despair, the sadness, the stress I had being on EBT with no money after my divorce, I made a commitment. I cannot stay here. You cannot stay in that place that you've been. I had $1,200 to start my stimulus check, which is why I made this program available to you all for a few $100s. There was nothing like this when I was starting my business. The only option I had was either do it by myself or maybe try to take out a loan to join a $30,000 mastermind. So I had to create what I couldn't find. This challenge is something that did not exist. This challenge is your ticket to actually getting the results that you need to get without having to spend the funds that you might not have. And these are real results, right? Everything that we listed out on this wealth path is something that you cover and actually achieve in the challenge. The days of you trying to figure it out on your own, they're gone. You are worth $50 a day, $40 a day. You are worth investing in yourself. You are worth committing to 6 hours over the course of a week to get further. Think about all the 6 months that have already gone by this year that you haven't done what you needed to do. Now you have the opportunity to get more done in 6 days. What would y'all rather spend, another 6 months or another 6 days? Comment 6 days in the chat if that's your answer. Because I don't know about you, Kobe, but I don't have 6 months. Time is going too fast. It's already July.
It's already July.
It's already July. Think about the goals that you set for this year. Think about the goals that you set for this year. I set so many goals and I'm like, dang, it's July. I need to get to work. We don't have another 6 months. You need to commit this 6 days, 6 days, so that you can get untired, so that you can get unstressed, so that you can get unfrustrated. Lofty, I keep thinking about you, girl. Lofty commented that she's on the verge of giving up. Lofty, I need you to be in this room. Everybody who felt the way that Lofty has felt, you need to be in this room. Everybody who has had someone tell them they will never make it, they will not be successful, they will not be able to make it happen, you need to be in this room. Because this is going to be your opportunity to turn around and say, oh, what now? You are not going to let those people find you where they left you at. You are not going to let those people have the satisfaction to say that they were right. They may have had that satisfaction up until now because you haven't achieved what you're looking to achieve. But I'm telling you, when you get in this room, when you get access to these audits, when you get access to this community, when you get this information and you actually implement on it in class, now you are changing the trajectory of what your life looks like. And that is what you deserve. So I want you guys to mark down these dates. I'm so excited about this fast action bonus, Kobe. I cannot believe you are giving an audit, y'all. An audit. You actually need someone to be on your business.
We're at 8. So whoever's got started so far, they're still, because we only did 8. We only did 8 so far. So we got 2 more for the fast action bonus. Whoever's gonna get started.
So that means we got 2 more spots for y'all to get that fast action bonus.
So somebody asked, he said, you're in the first 10. Angela, you're in the first 10 if you just did it, because we're still.
Yes, shout out to you, Angela. Shout out to Ashanti. Shout out to Elsie. Shout out to Naima. Yes, I do love Chipotle, y'all. And that's why I know. I'm like, listen. It is so easy to spend 30, 40, 50 bucks on something random that will not make you more wealthy, that will not make you more successful. I want you guys to sacrifice 1 nail appointment. I want you to move 1 hair appointment, right? We spend $300 on our hair in a heartbeat. We spend $300 at brunch in a heartbeat. And it doesn't mean you cannot enjoy these things, but for once, put yourself priority. Make your wealth priority. Make your business priority. The same way that we make looking good and the new outfit and the brunch and all the things priority, make this priority so that you can afford all the brunches you could ever want. So that you can afford all the weaves you could ever want. So that you can get your nails done as many times as you could want. So that you can get all the cars you could ever want. This is what I mean by priorities. All the examples of successful businesses that you all saw tonight, even the moms that you all saw on the website for Mommy Millionaire, the only difference between the success that they now have from being in the challenge and the success that you will have is that they decided to make themselves a priority. You can hear from them here. She got real estate with her husband and an Airbnb. Her business scaled up to $10,000 a month. His business is now making $15,000 a month. That's CJ. They decided that I'm going to be a priority instead of the brunch. I'm going to be a priority instead of getting my hair done. We got all the time to get our hair done. You do not have all the time to start making your business happen. It's already July. We don't have another 6 months. Go ahead and commit this 6 days to making a change. I think we have one fast action bonus left, y'all.
No, we just hit 10. Michelle just told me.
Oh, we just hit 10.
We still got
But
a
you
lot
know
of
what?
people
I don't
in
know.
here.
What you think, Kobe? Should we extend it?
We got a lot of people in here. It's like, oh man, shoot.
How about this?
5 more?
3 more people.
5 more? What about 3 or 5? I was gonna say 5.
Okay, so we'll do 5.
I want them to like me better.
I know. So we'll
5.
do 5. We'll do 5.
Do 5.
Yeah, shout out to
people.
Pamela. She said, I can't believe how much value I am getting VIP. That's what I need you guys to understand. A week of time. Not you having to go search all this information on YouTube. I love YouTube, but you can be on there for hours trying to get the answer to one question. One. Being in this challenge, you are in the room with me at the same time. You are in the room with Kobe. You are in the room with Gabby. You are in the room with my investing experts. You are in the room about your trust fund. So you're asking questions. And so I want you guys to understand the key difference between VIP and general, right? So of course, you guys are all VIPs. You are very important people. When you join as a VIP, not only do you get access to the fast action bonus and the extra days, you get access to the wealth building. You get access to ask questions. So as a VIP person, we have a bonus hour of Q&A every single day so that you can actually ask questions. And a lot of the time, the questions that you need answers to are just one away, right? That one question getting answered can make a complete difference in your business. Of course, you have the business plan day, and then you also have the grant workshop tomorrow. So you guys are getting almost 7 days as a VIP. And of course, as general admission, you still get all the goods, but I would definitely make sure that you are a VIP so you get it all, okay? I want you guys to get it all. Ooh, all right, let's see. So one thing that I want you guys to do, once you have secured your seat, and I know a lot of you guys are working on it right now, once you have secured your seat, make sure that you keep your actual receipt, okay? And the reason why I say that is this is a tax write-off. Everybody comment tax write-off in the chat. So when you join the program, you are going to write this off of your taxes next year. So that's an extra bonus because essentially it becomes free for you. Every time you invest in business education, you gain a reward. Whether you are investing in a $10,000 program or you are investing in a $400 program, it is always going to be a tax write-off for you. So you guys are going to have these daily classes. You're going to join our community. As soon as you secure your seat, I want you to introduce yourself in the Mommy Millionaire tribe, okay? Introduce yourself. Let the people know you're excited for your audit. Those of you who have already gotten the audit so far, let the people know that you are excited, that you get to have really professional eyes looking over your business, right? I didn't get my first audit of my business until I could afford Kobe, period. So he's basically giving you access to that way in advance, which is so dope. I had no idea that he was going to do that. So you are definitely in the right room. Yes, Brenda says, I'm worth more than $40, honey. You are, which is why this is a no-brainer to you. Now, I want you guys, I do see some questions in the box. Jen, shout out to you. You signed up. Yes. If you're already in Mommy Millionaire, then welcome to the room. I'm excited that you are already here. You are good to go. You will be able to access everything from now. Christine, yes, you are in the fast action. Shout out to you. Tilani, you are in. Shout out to you. LaShanta, Rahima. Oh my God, that's such a beautiful name. That's my daughter's name. Tax write off. Okay. Audra, let me help you with that. Let's see. And we also have a question. If I'm a new business, is this still great for me? Absolutely. So those of you who are newer, if your business is still getting consistent sales, you are building, this is definitely where you need to be, even if you are a more established business, because information, the right information, is what is going to take you further. I started my business without access to any of this. So if you are at the start, if you are already in for 3 or 4 years, being able to get this is only going to help you go further faster, right? Everything we talked about with systems means saving yourself time, energy, and money. Okay? Saving yourself time, energy, and money. In order for me to be in position to be an expert in these areas, in hiring my kids, trust funds, investing, tax strategies, I had to hire a $50,000 financial planning firm. I invested $50,000 in myself to make sure that I knew how to build wealth for my kids. And I turned around and created a program for $397 to make sure that women like me have access to this. My financial planners are going to teach you in the challenge. I told them, I said, if you want me to continue my retainer with you, I need you to come and give this information to my community who do not have $50,000. The only reason I was able to get access to this is because I made my money quickly. But I knew God purposed me with making sure that this same quality of information is available to people who do not have $50,000. So you guys are getting my lawyer in the challenge, my financial planner in the challenge, my realtor in the challenge. Today you're meeting Kobe, who is my web designer, in the challenge. So the team of people that make me successful are now the same team of people who get to make you successful. Somebody comment, I'm ready if you're ready. Somebody comment, I am ready if you're ready. Shout out to you, Elsie. So the times for the classes, you guys, are every day at 7 p.m. Eastern. So when we have your bonus class on business plans, every single day, 7 p.m. Eastern, and every single class is recorded, all right? So tomorrow, in addition to the fast action bonus that you guys are getting, tomorrow you are coming to the grant workshop. So that's a bonus for the challenge as well. We will be writing your grant proposals. There are over $30,000 worth of grants that are due in the next week. And so tomorrow in class, we'll be writing those applications so that you can put your foot in to actually win. All right. Kobe, let them know why they need to be in this room. I am sure that they are so excited.
Yeah. So
Yes,
even more valuable. Somebody asked if they get in. So we got two left. I think Michelle just texted me. So you're still good. But yeah, just even what's more valuable than us as coaches, consultants, teachers, teamwork is just the community, right? Having like-minded people that you're going to be able to build relationships with, you're going to be able to talk to, you're going to be able to have ideas, and somebody's going to have a strength to your weakness. Somebody's going to have a value add to you, right? And just being able to be in that room and us connecting, right? And everybody being like-minded, that's where the real value happens. So even for me, I've spent well over 5 figures to be in masterminds. And yes, I learned a lot from the mentor. I learned a lot from the coach. But the businesses that I was able to build with the people that were in the room, me knowing that, okay, this person paid $10,000 to be in this room. I paid $10,000 to be in this room. We obviously have like-minded goals, right? Let's see how we can make some money together. And that's where the value has been for me, is just being around people who think like me, who, like they said, you're some of the closest people around you, right? If you're around 4 millionaires, you're bound to be the be the fifth. So,
right.
and even with that, it's just, just being in there, just capturing maybe one gem, even if it doesn't immediately see results, it's going to be something that resonates with you to say, okay, oh, I remember, 2 months ago, Ellie said this, or 3 months ago, Jacoby said that. And then now you're just able to reflex, right? You're able to act accordingly just from getting all of this knowledge that's in there. Like, even for me, I'm seeing, okay, cool, you're going to have your lawyers in there. You're going to have your tax people in there. I'm
It's
like,
crazy.
yo, I'm ready to start. I'm like, I'm gonna sneak in the room. I'm like, okay, like I need to get in those extra rooms. I need to just buy a ticket for the rooms. I'm not even there.
Bruh, I
Yeah,
know.
that's
It is
crazy.
amazing, y'all. It is really amazing. And I feel just blessed to be able to do it. I know that you too, Kobe, you feel blessed to be able to be in position to really help people get to that next level because that's what it's about, you know? Like I said at the beginning of class, everyone that God puts you in touch with in life is a destiny helper to you. I believe that I'm y'all's destiny helper with this challenge. Kobe is your destiny helper with your ecom, your marketing, your branding, your funding. My financial planners are going to be your destiny helpers with helping you understand how to invest for your children. My lawyer is going to be your destiny helper with helping you understand how to get your trust fund. Gabby, who handles all my real estate investments, she's going to be your destiny helper with helping you build that real estate portfolio. So I need you all to understand that this is about more than just building up one business. Like I mentioned, this is about you building wealth. I want us to change our mindset from being just rich to being wealthy.
You better say it.
Rich is cool, but wealth is long term, right?
Yeah.
This is our kids still eating. And that's what this challenge really is. So I had to spend 50K. Kobe had to spend years and money and time to get to this level. You guys are now having access to this room for a few $100s. So again, we're
And
not
this
waiting
isn't.
another 6 months, right?
I'm not waiting. I want to say this is not something I went to school for.
Yeah.
As I said, I was literally selling cars. I had no knowledge of tech. I had no knowledge of design and coding. But I like to call it. I sold my bed. I just stopped
Right.
sleeping on myself. I stopped sleeping on
Yes.
myself. I said, I had a gentleman who walked into the dealership, and as he was buying a car, on his application it said he made $60 a month. And at this time, before like Instagram, hearing $60,000 a month was just like crazy to me.
Crazy.
I'm like, what? You're making the same amount in a month that I'm making in a year?
Fact.
And I immediately wanted to know what did he do? And he was an entrepreneur, and he taught me this word. And I want you guys to really take this word with you tonight, right? And he said, Jacoby, the reason why you're not making this type of money is because you don't understand leverage. You only
Mm.
understand how to be leveraged.
Mm.
And until you stop working for money, you're always going to be broke. You have to make money work for you.
Yeah.
And that, as I just told you guys, you're going to hear something in this 6 days that's going to be memorable, that you're going to remember forever. I'm telling you something that I heard in 2015
Yeah.
from a random person that I was purchasing a car from me. That blew my mind, right? In that moment, I never heard anybody say that. He said,
And you know
Jacoby,
what? Yeah. He was your
said, who's making
destiny
the most?
helper.
He's my destiny helper.
He was one
He's
of
like,
them.
he was one of them. That was the moment for me. So I'm looking for you guys to come in, to see you guys in this room. I'm not going to be there every day, but I know it's going to be between me, Ellie, the other destiny helpers that are going to be
Come
in this challenge.
on.
Some give you some game that you're going to be able to walk away from and say, yo, this was the moment. This was the epiphany. This was the, right? I'm selling my bed. I'm no longer sleeping on myself.
Yes. I'm taking that one too. I like that. So shout out to Patrice. Yes, you did get in the fast action bonus. Marcia, you got in the fast action bonus. Audra, you did. Naisha, you did. I believe we actually have one left for the fast action bonus.
It's still
We
sitting there. Why
literally
is it
have
still?
one left for the fast action bonus. I am so
Why?
proud of y'all. I am so proud of y'all. I need you guys to get in the room. Remember, we have another one left for the fast action bonus. At the end of the day, you still need to be in the room, right? Because you're going to meet with Kobe. You're still going to get access to all of the other weeks. I forgot to mention that you guys are going to get my list of 900 business grants. Okay. So that's another part of the challenge, and all these things you get anyway. But we do have one left for the fast action bonus. So go ahead and get in the room. click this link, okay, guys? And I did want to mention, I think I forgot to say it earlier, but you probably saw it. You all know that we are all about creating access. So for those of you who do need financing to join the challenge, when you click on the link to join and you go to the page, I do want you to see that you have the option to split your payment with Affirm or Klarna or Afterpay. So I know that's not everyone's situation, but I also know we've got moms in here, you've got bills. You guys, Klarna, your Beyonce tickets, y'all Klarna, Fashion Nova, y'all Klarna, all the other things you want to buy. So if you need to Klarna the challenge, then make sure you Klarna the challenge as well, because those things are not going to go towards you building wealth, but this is going to go towards you building your business, getting up off of that bed, stop sleeping on yourself, and getting access to actual skills and tools that are going to change the trajectory of your life. Once you understand how to make your child a millionaire with investment accounts, your life can't be the same. Once you get that business audit from Kobe and you know what to fix, your life cannot be the same. It only takes one conversation, one room, one piece of information, one question, and you guys have the opportunity to be in the room for 7 days. 7 days, not just one. Look at that one conversation that changed Kobe's life. Imagine what you are going to get for 7 days. 7 different destiny helpers, 7 different opportunities. There's so much in the challenge, I can't even say it all on this call. When we have your bonus business plan day, you're also going to learn how to write your pitch decks. And I have this amazing company called Mom Juice. They're partnered with me. They're sponsoring the challenge. And Mom Juice already has raised almost $1 million in venture capital funding by having an amazing pitch deck. So they're going to be teaching you guys how to write your pitch deck so that you not only get funding, but that you get investor money. Okay. This is a woman-owned business. I mean, you're going to have to come to that class too, Kobe. You just going to have to pop in.
Dude, I need that sauce. Wow.
This is, some of it, I can't even fit it all on the slides, but I need you to understand, that company creates wine just for moms. It's called Mom Juice, and they're making a non-alcoholic one along with my help. So I get to go to the winery and taste it out and everything because, I don't drink. And also there's moms who are breastfeeding. So that will be happening in that class so that you not only know how to get funding, but you know how to get investors to put money into your business, right? When you want to get to that next level, you want an investor to write you a $500,000 check. And they've had that happen. So who better to teach you how to do that than them? So for more reasons than one, you need to be in the room. Okay. Comment in the room. You need to be in the room. And I'm not going to sit here and keep telling y'all why you need to be in there. Because you need to be in the room. I'm not going to play with you. Okay. Kobe, tell them. Because, at the end of the day.
For sure. it's so. I'm always biased towards my offer, but I'm listening to the other studs that you're going to be bringing to this challenge. I'm like, man, I really need to be there. I need to block some time out because I love capital. I love using OPM, so I'm going to be definitely looking forward to that day, and also just getting that lawyer sauce. Lawyers are expensive to get game from, and it's always good to just
so expensive.
So I'm always trying to, just kind of listen to streets because they're such, this so knowledgeable when it comes to the business acumen, and it can save you a ton of money. I put myself in some bad positions earlier in my business, just not structuring deals properly, not knowing what to put in contracts. So, I've made a ton of mistakes like every business owner. So now that I'm getting a little bit more deeper into scaling my business, trying to get to an 8-figure business, is that I'm always how can I cross my T's and dot all my I's? So that's going to be a very important day for people to come in and just get more familiar with how lawyers talk, how lawyers operate, because, before I started making money, I didn't even think about needing a lawyer because I didn't have anything that was enough business to need a
Right.
lawyer, right? So I think just people just jumping in and just getting familiar, that alone is just value.
It's like amazing. It is so amazing. So I see that we got a couple people working on their checkout. Yes, the fast action bonus, y'all. Somebody sleep.
So
So we told y'all there's that one left. Someone hasn't grabbed it yet. So that might mean it's meant for you. That fast action
I,
bonus, you are getting a free audit with Kobe, a business audit, which is like amazing because he charges $10,000 for that, like literally. So a free business audit and a free credit report audit. And then of course you guys are getting access to the grants class, which is tomorrow.
and then somebody asked, was the fast action bonus only for VIP? Yes, it is for only VIP. But if I didn't clarify that, I'll just go ahead and just throw that in for
Oh, thank
the,
you. Yeah,
the
I think that was Jen. Jen, I do see
yeah,
your comment. You got general. Since we will go ahead
yeah.
and still hook you up, girl. I'm actually gonna write it
Thank
down
you. I
for
didn't
our
clarify that.
team.
So yeah, just tell Michelle if we can get Michelle in to let her know. And then somebody asked me about if I could help with. They do real estate. They started a fix and flip company for low income families. So if your goal is to attract customers, then yes, me and Ellie, we both could help
We got
because
you,
we got you. At the end of the day, content creation is going to be the forefront. That's at the top of the funnel. We talked about funnel.
man.
So I have guides. I have guides on content creation. Ellie, I'm sure you got a lot of game that you can give on content creation. So that, and then also the systems, the funnels, and stuff on the back end. So let's say, for instance, you're doing real estate. You have a fix and flip company. If your target audience is, let's say, I started fixing for low income families. So it depends on what the offer would be. So I would be curious to know if your target audience is to get people to invest into fix and flip companies, or are you fix and flip properties, or are you providing the services to help someone fix and flip their property? So that would be like the question I have for you, Patrice. You can drop that in the chat. I
So
could probably answer it.
So one thing I do want to say is this: if you are in the room and you are working on it and you just need 24 hours, if you are someone that needs 24 hours, just a couple days to be able to secure your seat to the challenge, comment me in the chat. Comment me in the chat if you're like, Ellie girl, Kobe, I want to get in here. Just need like 2 days. I just need a couple days to get some things situated so I can join. Because here's what I'm going to do for you guys. I want to make sure that we still give you access to join. As I mentioned, the challenge is like this close to being sold out. The room can only fit so many people, the Zoom room. But if you are someone that just needs like a couple days, all right, I see you guys commenting me. What I'm going to do is drop a link to book a call with myself and my team. It's a free call. You're going to book a call with myself and my success team. We will help you get your seat to the challenge, and we'll also be able to answer any more of your questions. So there are times available tonight, tomorrow, and all throughout the weekend. Make sure that you secure those before they are gone. So I'm going to show you what this will look like. I want you to go ahead and book that free call so that you can get additional support, or just make sure that so we can save your seat to the challenge. So when you click on it, you're going to go to my page and you are going to go ahead and book your call. As you can see, you'll be able to just choose your time. Now, these are going to go quick, okay? So you are going to go ahead and choose some time to get on a call with my team so we can help you get your seat into the challenge, and so that we can also help you with anything else that you have a question on in your business. All right. Yes, shout out to Carlotta. You are in. Joy, you are in. Yes, you did get the fast action bonus. I just checked. Christine, Sheila, I'm so proud of y'all. Carlotta, we've got you. I know you got general, but you are still going to get access to that fast action bonus. So yes, I see you guys commenting me. I just dropped the link to book a call in the chat. So I'll drop it here again. You can also just go to coachedbyellie.com.
What makes you think you're a high value man? The car you drive?
All right, boom. I just dropped the link to book a call. Go ahead and click. Yes, Tali, I know you just need a couple days. Sarah, you need a couple days. Hope, you need a couple days. So I just went ahead and dropped that in the chat so that you guys can book your call and we can assist you with getting all set. So I'm very proud of y'all. I love y'all. We had a great class tonight. I'm really glad that you guys joined the challenge. I'm really glad that you all decided to commit to yourself, to your future. I'm glad that you decided today was a day that you are not, going to just keep doing more of what you're doing. You decided that it's time for you to actually get in the right room with the right information to achieve the right results. So I love y'all. Make sure you guys connect with Kobe if you're not already. The coolest nerd with a K. Coolest nerd ever with a K. Yes, Carlotta, you are already a millionaire. Like, you're about to get in this room. So, girl, you're almost there. You are almost there.
You gotta be a millionaire in your mind before you ever a millionaire in your pocket. So, yep, that's where we at.
Okay, good. I'm so glad. Yes, Marcia, you are in. Taylor, yes, you are in. And yes, you guys will receive a scheduling time for your audit. So we've got you on the back end, okay? Now, here's what I want to do. I did drop the link in the chat for those of you to book your call. You can also just go to coachedbyellie.com. Yes, love y'all. Naima, I am so glad. This is you. We just filled up your cup tonight, and y'all just filled up our cup. We are so excited. All right, love y'all. Have a beautiful evening. I'll see you guys in the challenge. Bye.
See you guys.